Welcome, family, to another episode of the Midnight Moods podcast. Real talk, conscious conversations with real ones.
Yes, sir.
I am Coco the Conscious, and we have Sir Lance in the building.
Yes, sir.
Our real one for baby. Today.
Chicago in the house, baby.
Chicago, okay.
Southside.
There we go. Sir Lance.
That's how we hook it up in America. You gotta say your side and everything.
Okay. You do you, bro. 100%.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Chi-Town.
Yeah. Windy City, Chi-Town.
Okay.
The shizzle. Or Chirac.
Chirac.
They know how they be calling us Chirac because all of the murders.
Whoa. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah,
I've heard it's heavy.
That part right there ain't funny, but go ahead though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad, but my guy, Sir Lance,
yes, sir.
Actor, producer, writer, singer. The list goes on. You want to name a few more? Drop some. Come on, man. You do it all. Host.
Yeah, hosting reality shows.
Right,
you got the right songs, singing, dancing,
choreography. That's right.
Yeah, well, in the entertainment business. The entertainment business to me is like American gridiron football player. Like, in America, when you play that football, you could best believe that by the time they get to university, they done played 7 positions.
I see what you're saying.
You have to be able to get into the NFL.
Yeah. They
might say, "Oh, you was what when you was in college? You was a wide receiver? Nah, we want you to be a defensive back. Oh no, you was a quarterback? Nah, we want you to be a strong safety." So you have to be able to make it to that amazing level, and for that NFL wealthy owner to sign that check over to you.
Yeah.
You got to be able to say, "Yes, sir, I have done that." So to me, entertainment is almost like that as well. Like, there's a lot of people that had a dream to do something, and that dream didn't come true, but this alternative world got created, but they were ready for it. For example, like Pat Sajak, he was a radio disc jockey.
Okay.
But Pat Sajak from Chicago has been on Wheel of Fortune since 1981. I mean, people don't even know that there was actually a Wheel of Fortune host before Pat Sajak. But he's been there so long with Vanity that people don't even remember the original host that was there for 2-3 years. Because it's been Pat Sajak, but that wasn't his dream. He was a radio guy, and that just came out of thin air.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worth a lot of money doing that Wheel of Fortune all these years. But that wasn't his dream. So that's like what I mean about like the football analogy. Like you got to still be ready for it. Because you don't know. You might be thinking, I want to do this, but then that comes up.
Yeah.
And sometimes what that is way easier than what you thought you was gonna do.
I feel you. Yeah. So it's like that Michael Jordan analogy you gave me in the gym the other day.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan analogy.
Yeah.
You want to be. You want to be Michael Jordan basketball, not Michael Jordan baseball. Same guy, same drive, same passion for wanting to be the best. But when he was doing baseball with that same energy, it was just too hard. And R. Kelly told me something. He said, when you do something that ain't for you, all you gonna do is show people you can't do it. He says, so do what you know that you are great at, and nobody can compete with you because you is you like a fingerprint, and nobody can match that fingerprint because that's you. But he told me, he said, but if you try to hit this note like me, you are gonna come out of what that note is, and it might be better than me, or you might just show people, you ain't ready for that because that's me. So he was like,
that's a good one.
Yeah, he was like, so do your thing, but do what's you, because what's you was special. And be careful with trying to do somebody else's thing, because if you ain't ready, all you gonna do is show everybody else that you ain't ready for that.
That's deep. You get exposed.
It's gonna come out. The truth will reveal itself.
I like that, but this is why I got
you know what I'm saying?
This is why I got Sir Lance on, man. It had to be done because Sir Lance was dropping bars and dimes and gems of wisdom to me in the gym constantly, and I'm just like, brother, I need you on my podcast.
That's what's up.
The family needs to hear this. People need to hear it. You got a lot of wisdom, bro, and it's obviously because you've been through so much. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like in the industry.
And not only just the industry. The industry was just a little part. The biggest part is just growing up in the South Side of Chicago.
That's where I wanted to go actually with it. Yeah. Can you speak about that just a little bit of what it was like?
Yeah, 100%. Well, you know, I'm a 70s baby, late 70s.
Okay.
But I don't remember the late 70s. I remember 1981 Michael Jackson Thriller album.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jackson Thriller album and the birth of hip hop. I'm in the Chi, so I'm only a few miles away from the birth of hip hop.
Wow.
You know, hip hop, hip it to the hip hop. You don't stop, you rock it. Like that's like right around the corner, the birth.
Wow.
So, you know, I grew up in the town. I grew up in the 80s where you know, it was about breakdancing and fat colored shoestrings and raccoon tails and the raccoon hat and the big gold chains and the rings that went all the way across here and everybody walked around with this big huge radio, big huge with the double D batteries in it and the double cassette tape with the equalizer in the front with the lights. Like if you didn't have the lights on the equalizer, like when the music was playing, you could see the equalizer doing a wave.
That's awesome.
Like it was levels to the game of the radio.
Wow.
Going, you know, and like people will walk around with these huge radios and have breakdancing competitions and then have crews. So if you was good, that's all right. But this crew gonna get in your butt because we got people to help rotate. So you had to go get your crew. And it was all fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't no fights, but it was just dance battling in the streets. And then, you know, and then at the same time, the gangs was still, you know, still to this day, are still huge. And especially in the urban community, I grew up around all those gang members. Okay. And there was a lot of different gangs. There was the Gangster Disciples. Then there was the rival gang, the Vice Lords. Wow. And then there was the Latin gang, the KGB. Then the KGBK, the KGB Killers.
Oh, damn.
And so it was a lot of different gangs. And then also growing up in the 80s as an African American man, I grew up where, you know, the 80s wasn't too far from the 70s and the 60s. And so we were still as an oppressed race. We still had even still in 2021, still a lot of racism. Yeah. And even back then, there were certain neighborhoods that black people couldn't go in. The white boys would jump us, they gang, and you know, and jump on us, you know, to say you can't be in this neighborhood. And you know, I remember growing up like that. I remember I had a real cool white boy in 3rd grade, Frank. I'm gonna say his last name, but Frank was one of my best friends. He was a white boy, and you know, kids are taught to be against each other, and he wasn't taught that. And one time he took me over to his house, and he was the richest boy I met in my life. It was like we had this TV show called Different Strokes.
I've heard this
one. With Willis, and we just talking about Willis. Little Arnold, kid, and they was being raised by their stepfather. And he was a very wealthy man. So Frank, to me, was like that white kid that's rich. And he took me over to his house, and I had the remote control car with the string attached to the car.
Oh wow!
With the plastic wheels.
Oh wow!
You know, I was playing around with the remote control car with the batteries and the attached string. And I go over to Frank's house, and Frank got the remote control cars that he done put together with his hand with the rubber tires, and they go like 60 miles an hour.
Full on.
And mine is going like 5 miles an hour. He got like 6 of them though. In 4th grade, I'm like, Frank, you're rich. And I remember I went to go play over his house, and we kids having a fun time. He showed me all his remote control cars. And next you know, his daddy said, Frank, come upstairs for a second. And Frank went upstairs. And Frank came back down and said, man, you got to go. I'm like, why I got to go? He's like, I don't know, my father said you got to go. And later on, I found out his father was old school pops, back in those 80s. Yeah. And he was raised where he was against the black people. Even though I'm a little kid, I'm basically a baby.
Yeah, baby.
And he made me go home, and so I had to deal with stuff like that.
Wow, it's heavy.
Really being, really wondering, like, why are people upset with me? I understand if that man right there did you wrong. What they got to do with me? Like, I didn't do it. You don't even know me. Like, why you can't stand? And so, but that whole America thing, them bringing slaves over, and and America is theirs, and You know, so that's been embedded in a lot of their minds. I don't want to say all, but it's been embedded in a lot of their minds that that's their country. That's why it's the White House.
Oof.
And you know,
that's profound. Yeah.
And so even though my ancestors, you know, built America, built the buildings, and you know all the type of stuff, you know, we don't get no credit for that. And so a lot of that old school mentality is still in their mindset that, you know, this is us. And I really wish I knew what that felt like in their perspective, to walk around beating your chest like this is us, and y'all just visitors, even though they visitors too.
Yeah, technically, 100%.
Yeah, technically they visitors too. You know, they just came in and just push their muscle around. So so it's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of questions, and but we here, we're doing the best we can. And but I do want to say, to answer your first question about how it was, growing up in the South Side of Chicago, man, it was about individualism and having friends that cheered on your talent and cheer your talent on as soon as possible.
Okay.
As soon as they see that you got a talent in 3rd, 4th grade, they cheering it on like, man, that's you right there.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I heard about this whole tall poppy syndrome that goes on out here in Australia, and I was like, huh? What is this? Like, oh yeah, Lance, if you showed up like the way you dress, we just gonna look at you like, why you dressed like that? Like, because I'm doing what I want to do that make me feel good. Like,
facts.
Like I'm doing what I want to do. That clearly shows that this is me.
Yeah.
I ain't no clown now. Let's don't get it twisted. I ain't no clown, but this is me, and I ain't walking around like Harry Potter in all the school, and we all got the same outfit on, and nobody can tell me from freaking frack. Like I want to be able to be like, no, there he is right there.
Yeah, that's Lance. Yeah.
But that's how America is, though. Lance got that. My boy Nate got that. Donnell got that. And so it's about being a baby star and being confident in who you are, and realizing what your gift is, and everybody else saying, man, you got to give me to figure out what mine is.
Yeah.
And it was a good positive thing to figure out, man, what your gift is. And now I know what I am in regards to my gift, because God gave us so many gifts. But now I see what I'm pretty good at. Let me see how I can continue to be better at it, and maybe just do something amazing while I'm here on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm gonna be here, let me create a legacy for myself, because I'm gonna be here until whenever that last day is, and nothing ain't gonna change. It's still gonna be wake up, get breakfast, find out something to do in the middle, eat dinner, go to sleep, and that's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's what Earth is every day, and then our body's gonna age, but in between, what type of great memories and what kind of great things for me could I have done while I was on this place called Earth, that everybody else came down as babies and had to figure it out? What can I do that maybe possibly can create a legacy for myself? I mean, and that's speaking from me. There's leaders, there's followers. Yeah. Everybody can't have that same scenario. But I grew up around a lot of aggressive black men that was all about, man, like when I grew up, the gangsters, they were the superstars. They the ones that we can see and touch. Everybody on TV, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, those stars on TV, Deion Sanders, all those guys, we can't see those. But what I can see right now is this gangster walking around here with this big chain, this big money, that new car with those deep dish rims. He's the sugar daddy. He's buying the girls whatever purses they want, taking them out to eat. And then he had a rite of passage because he was considered to be tough. He had rank. He had been to jail. Maybe he had been shot. Like, all those things was being praised. Like, he's a superstar.
Yeah.
And then he got hands, so he could fight. If you ever seen his fight after school, he's undefeated. So, all those things. And as a man, you look at pretty women and you say, well, how do I get this pretty woman? Well, what is she like? Oh, she like that. So maybe that's what I got to do to, because I don't want to be sitting around here and nobody like me, and I see what they like. So the gangsters were the stars.
Wow.
athletes came second, and then if you was smart, that was third. I mean, you could be as smart as heck. That's just boring.
Yeah.
But an athlete second, but the gangster, because he got the money right now.
Yeah. In the flesh, you can see
he
it.
got, he making $1,000 a day or $1,500, whatever it is. He got the cash, and he right, and then he got rank. He got, he telling dudes to shut up, and these guys are older than him, and they got to bow down and kiss his ring. And so, women, man, they just in the shy. They just love to be around a strong, aggressive bad boy. And as a little kid, just like you grew up and you get taught Santa Claus, or you get taught this, you get taught, the gangsters are the ones that get the respect. And if you wasn't a gangster, you was going to either get jumped on every day going to school, because they was going to be out there in the streets making their money and looking for entertainment. And entertainment is beating somebody's, jumping on somebody, robbing somebody. What you looking at, like you couldn't even look too long. Like if you was just trying to say, is that my cousin? You look too long in the wrong neighborhood. Oh, they gonna come and have a conversation with you. Wow. What the hell? Like when I was little, man, I got sucker punched because I was watching a fight, and the guy claimed that I was staring hard. Like I was staring like I was hard. Oh, what? I'm like 9 years old. Yeah. And we was, it was a lot of fights when I grew up. I saw my first fight was in second grade. Oh, damn. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had a fight. Yeah. But I've had several fights, and my first fight was in second grade, and it was, you learn real quick. You got to be careful with your mouth and what you say or what you spit out to somebody else, because most of the fights was all about, I heard you say this about me, or I heard you said I said that, and that was a secret and you get popped in your mouth. So Chicago was real quick at teaching you real fast. If you don't mind your mouth or be careful what you say, you're gonna get addressed and you're gonna get popped in your mouth. Wow. Yeah. And so my first fight was in second grade after school. The whole thing y'all seen in the movies, the whole go, hit him, rush that fool. Like wow. I mean, and like if my mama would have known this. She'll be crying because what the heck is your second grade son having a fight, and he could get hurt because this is real life. This ain't no referee in the middle. Like it's real life. If somebody fighting you, they can kick you and stump you till you dead. If they don't have the common sense to somebody break it up and stop the beating. True. It's just, this is not like this is a something where it's being monitored. Yeah, like a simulated. It's not being monitored with somebody. So that's enough. Y'all break it. Like this is like everybody want to see that extra credit. Yeah, and everyone's trying to prove himself as well. I can imagine, and then it's an audition as well, because you ain't just fighting him. You fighting all the watchers, because if you get your butt whooped, they're like, oh, okay. I see I can get in his butt too, because he ain't nothing. It's like, so you ain't just fighting this guy, you fighting the whole school, putting them on notice, like this is what you gonna get if you try to put your hands on me. So it's even more amplified. Wow, because somebody gonna lose. Yeah, that's intense. Yeah. But you got to make sure that if you lose, that you get something up in there to let people know, well, I might have lost that, but I'm gonna whoop you. Yeah. But if you just get in and just get whooped, then that's getting ready to continue to happen every day. Where's your lunch money? I want it every day. Yes. You have like a target on your back. I want my homework done every day. Like it's gonna get done, and you're gonna be scared, and because ain't nobody gonna save you. Your parents not gonna be able to come and save you. Nobody's gonna be able to come and save you. So all those things is character builders, because that learned me. Okay, that taught me you can't say whatever you want to say to people. You gotta, if somebody say keep a secret, you better keep it, because things get around, and you will be fighting out the school. And it just taught you to be a humble person, responsible person, and you still need to be strong, but you gotta be careful, because anything you say, in that elementary school and that grammar school and high school, it can go to the next level. And there was levels of fighting too. I mean, in elementary school was just the fights. When you got the high school, it turned into one-on-one fight, but then weapons started to come in. Damn. People started bringing their dogs back to jump on you. Ooh. People started bringing their older brother to beat your butt, and then you got to go get your cousins, and then they got to start bringing guns. And the level just keeps going, and that's why building, and that's why Chicago is out of hand right now, because as soon as somebody kill your cousin, then you might not want to kill them, but somebody else in your family gonna go kill them, and then they gonna go kill that person, and then that person's family gonna want revenge, and they gonna come kill that, and they gonna spray 10 people, and minutes of people gonna get killed, and now those 10 people that get killed innocently, their families gonna want revenge, so then they come back and just keep going back and forth.
Constant, like eye for an eye.
Yeah, just keep them coming back and forth.
Yeah.
Revenge. Yeah.
That's intense.
So it was a cool time frame to go in, but a very scary hell at the same time. It was like, God, why was I placed here? But somebody got to get placed there, and there's a lesson in everything that's put into our life, and they always say God won't give you nothing that you can't handle. And so I was blessed to have a good family, good upbringing. I had to come in before the street lights came on.
Okay.
Because that's when a lot of the real aggressive gang activity happened, is when the street lights went out. So I had to be home every night before them street lights. And when the street lights come on, it's still partially day.
Yeah.
Partially.
Yeah.
But if I came home and my mama couldn't see like a little bit of light, she had to pull out that belt. She had to make sure she let me know that when I tell you to do this, I need you to do it in protection of me. Because she knew who was in our neighborhood. She knew the knuckleheads, and there was nothing that she could do about it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the neighborhood I lived in was considered a little bit of an upgrade than the projects.
Oh wow!
Because the projects with the rats, the roaches, the pee smelling elevator and stairs, and then the actual drug addicts on the streets, and the actual drug dealers with the drugs in their hand. You gotta pass them to go into your house every day, and
intense.
And you hearing shots, pop, pop, pop. It sound like firecrackers.
Yeah.
But you're hearing shots every day, police every day. Like, that right there would definitely be complete hell. I was in business class of hell.
Okay, yeah.
I was still in hell, but business class, not first class.
Yeah.
I was in business class.
Wow.
Yeah, I still had the gang activity, still had the killings in my neighborhood, but the projects, my God.
A whole different game.
The projects are so bad. When I was growing up, it's like do a crime and go to jail. That'd be considered first class. You getting fed?
Really?
Yeah, because you up off those nightmare streets.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, it's like all your cousins is in jail, your uncles are in jail, so you got family there, and then you in the system, so you being fed every day. You ain't got no bills.
Sure.
You can still catch a couple of fights in there, and I'm pretty sure in the big house it was a few murders, but that was things that that just was just completely way up out of your hand.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's like. I'm actually safer in jail than to be out here on the streets.
Wow.
So can you imagine that mindset for some people?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's safer for me to do something and get in jail.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because these dudes is gonna be looking for me every day to try to murder me. I better just be safe in the jail.
Wow.
Now the guys on the streets, they might know people on the inside, but the inside has its own world too. There's certain crews, there's certain protections. You got to find the right people on the inside to protect you. So it's a whole nother world even on the inside of jail.
Wow.
But it's just so many different levels. So all those things I had to grow up with, being in the South Side of Chicago, and everybody's presentation is different from for the way they grow up. I thank God I made it through there, because it's an easy choice to have to make the wrong choice, and I could have easily been dead just running around with knuckleheads, because there's no future in being a gang member except for jail or dead. Those are the only two options that's going to happen, because they in the drug trade, they on the front line of the drug trade, and if you're in the back with some rank, telling the little knuckleheads to do your bidding, and everybody knows that it ain't about snitching on nobody. You get caught, you get caught. You better not be giving up no names, because people on the inside, you give up names. Yeah. We know your mama stay.
Yeah. Fuck.
So you ain't safe giving up names. We know everybody at, so it's just gonna be bad for you. So just do that. You got caught, so you do your time, and you better not give up no names.
Fuck, it's crazy. It's intense, man.
Yeah,
but man. I like how you say character building.
Yeah, it builds
it built a lot of character.
Yeah, it builds a lot of character, because once when you make it through that presentation, then it also you are used to being around things that made you afraid. You're around things that help you gravitate what it feels like well, not gravitate, but it helps you to console the feeling of being afraid. And then how do you come through that fear?
Yeah.
You know, like every day I got up to go to school, I was in jeopardy of being robbed, being jumped. You know, if I look at a gang member and you know, and certain colors you couldn't wear.
Yeah.
Because these dudes is constantly on the prowl, constantly looking for entertainment. They upset. They, you know, part of their gang passage is to jump on somebody, beat somebody up, rob somebody. So every day, you know, they looking for that. And so I had to be up in that fear every day and know, how do I still find a way to keep my spirits lifted and get through this? And you know, you just figure it out. You know the do's and the don'ts, what never to do real early. Yeah. You know, the street smarts. You learn real quick the street smarts of, okay, don't go over there. And if you are in a neighborhood that you don't have no business being in, keep your head down, get in and get out. Yeah. Don't be hanging around. If somebody say, yo man, come here for a second, start running. You know, because you gotta start running. And that's one of the reasons why I ran track and field. Because, really? Yeah, because all that, one, running from them, or two, running home before the streetlights come on.
Wow, yeah. It's like training.
Yeah, so I became one of the fastest men in Chicago running the 400 meters because I was always running to get back home to not get no whooping. That's a good story, bro. I like that. That's how track and field came about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all that running from them and running to get home. And so that's why a lot of African Americans in those inner cities or those urban communities have a lot of speed because they running from stuff.
They're really running.
They're running from bullets, running from people, running from gangs, running from, you know, the prejudice, you know, white guys that say you in our neighborhood or you're in our park and you know they got little bats and sticks trying to beat you.
So you have to be quick.
You got to be fast. And so you develop those fast twitch muscles in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade.
Damn.
So they ready to go. They gone.
Yeah,
you know,
at such a young age.
And you running blocks fast. You running about a quarter fast. You know what I mean? You running that whole time fast.
Wow, that is intense.
You know, and you getting out the blocks. You know, your head is down. You in that drive phase the whole time. You know how they come out the drive phase in track and field?
And they're low.
Like, yo, homie, what's up?
Boom.
Drive phase, head down. I'm in that drive phase, just driving. By the time I pull my head up, I'm like 300 meters away. But for the first 300, all I was seeing was drive phase.
Wow, that's... I like that though. Yeah. So is that how you got into running?
That's
literally,
literally how I got into running. Yeah, that was, well,
because you were telling me 400 meter was that was your race, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how things happen. So you know, growing up in Chicago, it's like, man, you was either a basketball player or you was a football player. Everything else was considered cat or weak, or it's an accessory to your main thing. But you ain't running around talking about you running track. Like that was also after you played football or after. But I only could run track because I had and I have asthma. And my mom was only child, and because of the neighborhood we lived in, and she was so scared of me coming in and having me come in before the street lights, she was just very overprotective of me. And because I had asthma, she didn't want me to play football because I might have an asthma attack. So she allowed me to run track and field because she figured, hey, this boy got these athletic gifts, he got to put it somewhere. So I'll allow him to run track and field. And so, you know, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to run track and field, then this is how I got introduced to the 400 meters. Yeah. I said, if I'm going to run track and field, then I want to do the 100, 200 because that's the one that everybody get praised on.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Remember, in America and in Chicago, it's about what do you do that's about you.
Yeah.
How is you the star? You know, it's not about, you know, I'll be honest with you, when I grew up, it ain't about no damn team.
Yeah.
It's like TEAM. Together, everybody achieves more. That's team, right?
I like that.
TEAM, that's team. Together, everybody achieves more.
I like that, yeah.
But like Kobe said, but there's a me in that motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a me in team. Yeah,
there's an M and there's an M and there's an E. There's me. And so it's like, you know, like everybody know that we play basketball and I'm the dude that can shoot the three. Then why would I pass it to you and I know you can't?
Yeah, that's my thing.
The team sport is a pass. No, the team sport is supposed to win this game and me can hit this shot. You can't. Yeah. So us as a team to win this game, I have to make that shot.
Me. Yeah.
So when I was running track, so I said, okay, I run track and field. So what's the one where everybody get the praise? Everybody get the praise. And this is me.
Yeah.
From the 100 to 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I run track and field. I'm gonna run 100 and 200 because I mean, in America, African Americans, we born with six packs, right? So I already had the speed and ready to go. And I told my coach, I said, yeah, coach, I want to run that 100 and that 200. He said, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. He said, but I'm gonna need you to do me a favor though. I said, what's that? He said, I could tell with your body, because I got long legs and a short torso. He was like, I don't know, man. He said, I really think that 400 gonna be yours. I said, nah, man, ain't nobody getting praised in that 400. Like, that 400 ain't nobody getting praised. I want the one everybody is standing up. Because a dude just ran 9.98 in high school and everybody's standing up like, this dude just broke 10 seconds. I'm like, I ain't never seen that 400 meters. Like, coach, you understand what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to be the best. He's like, I'm gonna cut you a deal, but I just need you to do that for me though. So I'm gonna let you run 100 and 200, but I just need you to run that 400 one time for me. I just want to just see. I said, okay, coach. So I ran the 100 and I came in 7th or 8th. You know, I was a freshman in high school, so you know, of course, everybody was a lot faster and it was gonna take time. But I knew that, hey, by the time I get to be a junior and a senior, I'm gonna be good in this 100.
Quicker,
let me just get my time in. So I'm coming in almost last place in 100. I'm coming in almost last place in the 200. And so then my coach threw me in that 400. Now, you know, in my mind, I'm a 100-meter runner. So when I ran that quarter, I ran it like I run 100 meters. So when I got out, I had everybody beat around the first curve. And then I just held on. And I won that race. And I became a 400-meter runner since that day.
Damn, so it was your first 400.
My first 400, I got out, and it was like, dude, you should have seen yourself. Because in my mind, I'm a 100-meter runner, and I just ain't converted that speed over yet. But those guys that was running the quarter was running like how it was supposed to be ran, paced out and this.
Pacing himself.
But I was not.
You were going as
I was out there, and I was breaking that stagger. And by the time I got to the back stretch, like I'm out there by myself. All I can hear is my own feet. I can't hear nobody else's. And I'm hearing the crowd make this noise as if I was in the 100 meters, but it lasted longer. Because the 100 meters was only 10-second race, 11-second race is in it. And here we got a 50-second race of cheering. So that's 4 times the cheers that you get from the, I'm like, man. Like I'm breaking it down. Like I'm about to be a 400-meter runner. Like not only am I the best, or I'm really good in this effortless. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan basketball, not Michael Jordan baseball. The 100 was baseball. The 400 was basketball. I got in that 400 and it was easy, and I was the best, and I got 50 seconds of cheers. And I'm like, you know, the next day in high school when they give out the announcements in we call it the homeroom. Like you have first class and then you have your homeroom and you get all the announcements and they calling out all of the, you know, Hubbard Greyhound versus the King basketball team scored this and this. And Lance Neely won the 400 meters this weekend. So I'm hearing my name
on the announcements.
I'm like, dude, I didn't hear my name at all in the 100 meters. I'm like, so this is my race. And that's how I got into the phone. And my coach knew it the whole time. Like, I just want you to do it that one time.
That's dope.
And in my freshman year, not only did I dominate in the 400 meters, but I went to the state competition, and I was the first one to go to state for Hubbard in like 50 years. So because I ran that 400 meters and because I went down to the state competition for the Illinois, that be just like New South Wales. You got
like
Sydney.
State,
but then you got the New South Wales competition. Who's the fastest in New South Wales, right? So who's the fastest in Illinois? That's a lot bigger demographic. That's 14 million people versus Chicago, which is 5 to 6 million people. So who's the fastest in Illinois? And I went down state to compete with the state as a freshman. So I was that good because in my mind, I'm like, I'm a 100-meter runner. I'm actually running the race the wrong way. But actually, I'm running it the right way in perspective because it was I was getting out so hard, and I hit these great lungs from running when I was little. From those gang members, from trying to get home before my mama whooped that butt. I had that 400 meters in me from running home.
Wow, that's crazy how it works.
So it was like God was preparing me, and I didn't even know it.
No idea.
For the race that was gonna be effortless to me, not the one that I in my mind want to do.
Yeah,
but
that is crazy.
That ain't for you.
Oh, that is dope.
And that's the R. Kelly analogy too. You know,
Yeah.
you think you could do this, but all you're gonna do is show people you can't do it.
True. Yes.
And I was trying to do that 100, and it
you were
wasn't
showing
me.
people it wasn't for you. Yeah.
And I was just showing people 7th place, 8th place, that this ain't for you. And I'm trying to tell them, no, it is. Just give me a few years. Like, nah. This ain't for you right now, maybe ever. But the 400 is ready for you right now.
And it was effortless, yeah.
And you ain't even had no training in it.
Yeah,
like you blazing people with no training.
That is crazy. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
And I love how it connects to the analogies you were talking about before. That's
And so God finds a way, in my opinion, to always allow you to see with all these talents that he gives us. He allows you to see the ones, and only you in your heart know what those are.
Yeah.
That this is my niche. I'm better at this. I'm okay in this. But I'm great at this. And you know, and every athlete has that. I mean, you know, what's his name? Allen Iverson. They said he played football, baseball, and basketball. Deion Sanders, you know, the great Deion Primetime.
Yeah.
You know, he's the only athlete in the history of sports to play a football game and a baseball game the same. First of all, he was on both teams. That's hard to do baseball and football at the highest level.
Yeah, that's intense.
And he's the only one in history to have a basketball game. I'm sorry, I said basketball. A football game and a baseball game the same day. And Deion and that's bigger than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Because he played for the Atlanta Falcons football team, and he was Deion Primetime, the one that did the interceptions in the Deion Sanders dance, and then he also played for the Atlanta Braves baseball team. And what happened was that the Atlanta Braves made it into the postseason, the playoffs. But that's in October. Football was in September, October, so it just worked out that he had a football game that morning, and then Atlanta Braves was in the playoffs at home versus who they was playing. So they had the whole thing on ESPN, and he's still to this day the only athlete in history to be in both sports at the highest level and play the same day. Bo Jackson did it. He did baseball and he did football, but Deion did both and played on the same day. But what I was trying to say with Deion is, Deion, when he was in high school, he did track and field, he did baseball, he did track, football, wrestling. I mean, this dude was a gladiator and was good at all these sports. And I was told that actually Deion Sanders said it himself. They was like, man, where'd you get the name Primetime? You know, Primetime Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Because, he had all these football highlights. And he said, man, he actually got the nickname Primetime from basketball, which nobody could see that footage because that's in the early 80s of him dunking a basketball.
Oh, that's how I got the...
So, once again, you get blessed with all these talents, but you don't have to figure out which one you the Jordan.
Yeah. Which one's your Jordan
basketball and not Jordan baseball. The one that really just comes effortless to you, like my 400 meters. Just came calling to me.
Just like that.
And when I won that 400 meters, you realize I never went back to the 100 ever again.
Yeah,
like, why?
That was it. Yeah, you're
like why go back and
you're like 50 seconds.
And don't get no praise coming in 8th and 9th. Yeah. Why would even let anybody see me lose when you could just see me win? And you can see it for 50 seconds and not little 10 seconds. Like, I can get that enjoyment for 50 seconds. People cheer me for 50 seconds.
Quadruple.
Like, give me those 50 seconds of cheers and not that little
that's too funny. Why would I go back to the 100?
I never went back again to sign up for that loss.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm not finna sign up for that loss. Yeah, you got to be careful with your choices. I'm not finna go back and sign up for that loss.
Yeah, that is.
When I can get this easy win.
Oh, bro, that is too good. I love it, though. I love it. So, did you win the Illinois? How did that go?
So what happened was that as a freshman, I went to you have your local competition against the high schools, and then you go to the city championships.
Yeah.
The city championships is first. So the city of Chicago, they get that championship first.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like the Sydney championship
Mm.
before you go to New South Wales.
Yeah.
And so in the city championship, as a freshman, I placed 8th. And all you gotta do is place 8th to be considered all city.
Yeah.
That's where they get this all city or all American. You just have to
Yeah.
make it to the final. And even if you come in last place, if
Yeah.
you're that top
If you
8,
make it.
you're all
You're
all
part of
you're part of the all
City.
yeah.
Yeah.
And because I came in 8th place, my name got put in because of my fast time to be able to compete in the state competition,
yeah.
you know, with the majority of the people. And there it was just a learning experience. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I mean, you know, that's so many more people to compete
Yeah,
against.
true.
And you know, it's all about making it to the last day. I didn't make it to the last day, but it was a
Yeah.
good experience. So I ended up top 8
Yeah.
as a freshman. And then I made it downstate, and I made it downstate every year after that.
Oh wow.
So that's what ended up happening. And then the next year as a sophomore,
Yeah.
I came second in the city. And then my junior year, I was the fastest in the city of Chicago. And of course, my senior year, I was the fastest person in Chicago. And then my senior year, I became the 11th fastest in all of the state.
Oh.
The 11th fastest.
Yeah.
In all of the state of Illinois.
Damn, bro.
Of the 14 million people.
Yeah, that's a lot. That could be a country.
Yeah,
14 million.
Yeah. And also, you know, I did that based off the fact that, you know, we didn't even have no track. You know, I went to a high school where we had very, very low funding. You know, our football team had to use somebody else's stadium for their home games. We definitely didn't have no track, so we was running track and field in the hallways.
Yeah, full on. Damn.
So I will only be able to. So that was another thing that made it really cool that I was able to, you know, accomplish that feat, considering the fact that, you know, I'm only gonna get a chance to really feel a real 400 meter when I get to the track meet.
Whoa.
You know, I can't even go back home and train on the track where I can really perfect the sport. Like I'm in the hallways,
just doing it.
You know, you know, running all through the hallways and just doing sprinting drills and just getting out there and figuring it out. So when I went to the university, it was a whole nother level on how they trained, because I went to the university and, you know, I'm over here thinking like, okay, you know, they was happy to bring me in, and the first day of practice we get out there and these dudes is running my fastest time in practice.
Oh, whoa.
Like my fastest time was at a track meet.
Yeah.
And these dudes is in practice running my fastest time with a 60-second break and then doing it again.
Oh, fuck.
I thought I was gonna have to quit. I said, I'm like, man, why y'all rolling this like the track meet? I mean, the track practice is harder in college than the actual track meet. The track meet is a breeze.
Yeah.
Like when you get to the university, these dudes is in here rolling 90% in practice. Damn. I didn't roll 90% ever until I got to the track meet. Yeah. And these dudes is running my fastest time in practice, taking a 60-second break and then doing it again times 8. I thought I was gonna have to quit, but I eventually held on for dear life. But man, it was a huge shock to me. This is a whole another level. But then again, that's how you get to running them faster times.
Yeah. Wow, bro. So many like chapters in your.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of information, man. I was gonna say it's just a lot of information.
It's like a whole that's like someone's like, you know, lifetime to just do that. You know?
Well,
to do the tracking.
Yeah, I had the track, and then also I did the tap dancing and the men's chorus. You know, so but like I said, in America, it's definitely all about finding these early stars, and there's so many of them. Like, you know, like I grew up in the Jordan era. But I done had so many uncles that told me Jordan ain't nothing compared to Bobo or Pookie down the street. Like, there's so many names they taught about these street ballers that will be killing Jordan.
Wow.
But they didn't have the grades, or they didn't have the right coaching.
Ooh, that's true.
You know, so you seeing Jordan, and he made it, and he ended up being the greatest of all time. But I have a story about that. Yeah. I went to high school with Derrick Rose's brother.
Okay.
Derrick Rose, you know, Chicago Bull. He was an MVP, youngest MVP, you know, at that time, or actually still to this day, the youngest MVP in the league at his age.
Yeah.
And I went to high school with Derrick Rose's brother, Reggie Rose and Dwayne Rose. And Reggie Rose, and this is in the 90s, so there's no footage of this stuff.
Yeah.
Reggie Rose is almost on the ground shooting three. I mean, he was like the first Stephen Curry for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was way better than Derrick Rose.
Really?
Way better.
Whoa.
Than his brother that ended up going to the NBA, winning
Yeah.
the MVP. Like, what I seen with Reggie Rose, Derrick Rose still can't touch his older brother.
Shit.
But his older brother didn't have the grades. And they somehow found out how to, get Derrick, the chosen one.
Yeah,
Because Derrick got the height and everything. Because Derrick was like 6'3", and Reggie Rose was 5'11". So height still helps.
Yeah, yeah.
But so Reggie didn't get the height, but he had all the gift, just a natural.
Yeah.
It was his Michael Jordan basketball, and so I seen somebody that's way better than Derrick Rose, which is his brother. But the world would never know him. So when my uncles told me they seen some people that was way better than Michael Jordan, I believe them.
Wow.
But it takes a lot to help.
Yeah.
Athletes and people. We have to have a lot on our side to to get us where we hope that we can be. And to be honest with you, once again, going back to that, what's for you and what's not for you, Michael Jordan basketball versus Michael Jordan baseball. What's for you? That path you will have that protection to get you where you're supposed to be.
That's deep.
Like how Derrick Rose had that protection. That was for him. And even though we saw Reggie, maybe because of his height, maybe he was gonna have a spinal injury, whatever it was. Even though we saw greatness, it wasn't ultimately for him.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was God sent for him to be that good to teach his brother.
Yeah, to be that. Yeah.
To be what God needs. So it's all, I mean, we all in here like the Matrix plugged in.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing some type of work. And just like my man, just like the key maker. He was like, I got the key because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, in the Matrix, yeah.
Remember the
key maker is all the keys. Yeah, that's like his purpose.
Yeah, and he was like, I've been waiting for you, Neo. And he was like, why? He's like, I just been waiting for you. It's my purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I remember that.
And without that key, Neo couldn't go talk to that dude in the white suit.
True.
But even the Asian man know that. I might be good at making these keys, but I'm really here to get that key to Neo.
So he can go to the next level.
To fulfill the purpose and the prophecy. So that might be Reggie Rose.
Yeah.
Even though you was good, but it wasn't. It was for you to help Derrick.
That is deep.
It goes deep, man.
That is deep. Push Derrick to where he had to go.
It goes deep. It
It
goes deep because maybe Reggie Rose's personality wasn't going to do the work on the higher level.
Yeah.
The way Derrick Rose and his personality was going to do the work.
That's a good point.
To help out high schools and to help spread more of that work that need to get done. So it's a lot of information that you just don't know. Like, why? But so
everything has its purpose.
Everything has a purpose.
And we don't know. We can't see what God sees or the universe. Do you know what I mean? That higher view. We can't see it.
That higher view. But I learned a lot of things. I'm 45, and I learned that what I told you about the finding out what it is that you do that's for you versus what's not for you. It's really important to find out what that is because we have a lot of talents. But it's really good for you to find out which one that is that just comes more effortless to you. And it's like things just all find a way to repeat themselves. I heard Michael Jackson say that when he wrote songs, he only wrote songs that came to him effortlessly. If it didn't come effortless, he just moved on to the next song. Why sit on here on this record because it's a cold track? If I can't feel it, then just let it go. Let somebody else put that blessing on top of it because 50 Cent got that In the Club track that was supposed to be for somebody else. They didn't want it, and it wasn't for them. It was for 50 Cent. And the same thing with BBD and Poison. It wasn't for those other people. And the same thing with Will.i.am and not Will.i.am. I'm sorry, Pharrell. And that song, "Cause I'm Happy."
Happy, yeah.
He had wrote that for CeeLo. But
CeeLo, really?
CeeLo, what the guy that says that.
Yeah, I know CeeLo. The short,
short, chunky guy.
Yeah.
Pharrell wrote that song for him. He heard it was like, I ain't feeling that.
Wow.
And it was for Pharrell.
Whoa, that's deep. Yeah.
Will Smith was supposed to be Neo in the Matrix.
I heard that.
But he was busy doing Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
But I can't see Will Smith being Neo. It was for Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So all these things that we think we want, it's the whole Pat Sajak wanting to be a radio disc jockey, but it wasn't for him. He was supposed to be the host of Wheel of Fortune. Like stuff just reveals itself when you just continue to you continue to just stay out there and figure out what it is. And so I realized that, hey, one is really important, like I said, to find out what it is that is really, really for you, that comes effortless. And then the other thing is, and the most important thing is, you got to be a master of patience.
You told me that one. That's a key, yeah.
And the reason why I say you got to be a master of patience is because things is not going to happen when you want them to happen. And the only reason why they're not going to happen what you want to happen is because God is working on these other things so that when it's supposed to happen, all those other things he done fixed is going to happen in the time it's supposed to happen. If he make it happen when you want to happen, it ain't going to be as successful because he didn't get a chance to prep them other people. He didn't get a chance to talk to the key maker. So you Neo, you there, like, what the key maker at? Yeah. I'm at the door to talk to the guy in the white suit. But what the key maker at? Well, you came too early.
Yeah, you rushed it.
And the key maker wasn't ready. He over here somewhere. So you got to do things when it's supposed to be, so that the magic and the timing is effortless. And that also goes to show you that when you do show up to that door like Neo and it ain't open, it's a key sign of letting you know right now that right there ain't for you. Side ain't ready.
Yeah, it ain't ready yet.
You here, but you here too early. So it ain't for you. You only post the one when the door opens up. That's the one that was for you.
Yeah.
When that door ain't open, it's like, okay, that ain't for you. And you know what? And I look at it like this. I say, you know what? Thank God that door didn't open up because he protected me from something that I wasn't supposed to see at the wrong time.
Yes.
I had an audition with Tyler Perry one time, and I went in there and I don't never crack.
Yeah.
I don't never hit an off note, especially with the song that I go on and I sing all the time.
Yeah.
And I went in and I cracked. I cracked so hard, like it was the worst I ever cracked in my entire life, in front of Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And I walked out there and I said, thank you, Father God. Because in my opinion, he saw something that he obviously did not want me to sign up with Tyler Perry. And whatever that situation is with Tyler Perry's situation, but God closed that door.
Yeah.
Like, the key maker ain't gonna be here for you to open up the door to see this man in the white suit. This is about to be shut down right here.
Yeah.
So I can't be upset that, man, I gotta be grateful that I got protected for whatever was on that other side that I might not be ready to sign up for.
I like how you said that, protected. Yeah,
I got protected.
Yeah. It's that perspective as well. It's looking at it, it's working for you, not against you.
Looking at the thing like, man, I failed in that and I got a chance to see it, cool. So I can move on from that book and let me open up the book that's right for me. Yeah. Not to dwell on, oh man, what could I have done better to been better? No, that's done.
Yeah. Move on.
Be grateful that wasn't worse.
True.
And going over to this other one and leave that one alone. Otherwise, you stay over there and you don't stay what you sent here to do. Yeah, you're just wasting time. And all we got is time. But we don't have a lot of time. Yeah. And once you lose time, you can't get it back.
True.
We never gonna be 17 again. We're never gonna go through that first kiss, that first fight.
Yeah.
All those experiences. We ain't gonna do nothing but continue to graduate to the next level, the first, the second, the third, and then a new first, second, third. And we just gonna keep graduating. Ain't no going back. Yeah. So we gotta continue to see what's in front. And so when that door opens up, and then when the door opens up, it's gonna be effortless.
Yeah. You'll be ready.
Yeah. And another thing with the 400 meters, so the 400 meters was my race, right? My fastest 400 meter race. Yeah. My what we call in America your PR, your personal record. Yeah. My fastest race. It's a sprint. So, you're running fast and you're running hard. Yeah. So I'm thinking my fastest race is going to be the one where I run the hardest. Yeah. No. My fastest race to this day is 45-something seconds in that 400, 45:89. Okay. And that time came and I thought that was easily running like a 40. It felt like a 47:48. Yeah. It felt slow. Because it was... Not that it was hard, but it just felt too easy. Yeah. So like, oh, well, I couldn't have ran nothing like that. And when my coach showed me that time, I was like, what? And so I'm thinking to myself, so let me get this right. My fastest race, my greatest achievement came the most effortless?
Yeah. Wow.
You see how it keeps going back to...
Keeps reminding you,
It keeps going back to the Michael Jordan basketball. Like, my fastest 400...
Was effortless.
Was my easiest 400 I ever ran.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And I wish I can go back so I could run faster, but I would probably run slower.
True.
Like, if I go back and say, let me try to run it faster.
Yeah. And
I won't get that blessing. I run it slower.
That's deep. I know what you're saying. And the one that you really pushed and you tried.
Yeah, like
It wasn't the same.
So things that happen in my life, at least for me, I don't know about anybody else.
No, it happens like that for me, bro. I've noticed
That's what
that.
I want to say is that, be very aware of the things that come effortless and you see greatness in it.
Yeah.
That's what's for you. That's what's for you.
That's profound, bro. Yeah.
Because when it's effortless and you still do amazing, it's like, oh man, that's like when Michael Jordan shot the threes and he was doing his shoulders like this.
Yeah.
That was the sign.
Yeah.
Because it was just effortless.
Yeah.
He couldn't even believe it. He like, man, I'm just threw his shoulders up like, man, I don't know.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you got Stephen Curry shooting threes and he turning around.
Logos, and he
ain't even looking at his shot. His shot is at the top of the air and he's around the back.
And he already knows it's
Look at I already know his hand. Like it's so effortless for him now that he shoots the three and he's already running the other way and the ball is still in the air.
I see that.
Now, if you want to try to tell me there's something else for him,
nah, that's
not.
Yeah, it's true. That's his gift.
James Harden and his step back three, that's his thing. Effortless.
Yes, I feel that. Yeah, it's true. Oh, it's so deep.
And so when you can find that, man, be grateful because a lot of people around here, they don't know what they calling is or what their gift is, or they just haven't been more in tune to their gifts. But we all got them.
I like how you said that. Be aware of what comes effortless in your life.
You need to be aware of it.
Yeah, because that will kind of guide you to where it is.
That will guide you, man. That will guide you and you need those answers.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna constantly get them. You're gonna constantly get the answers to the tests. And some tests you're gonna pass, some you're gonna fail. And we all failed. Michael Jordan was horrible in baseball. He's still the greatest of all time in basketball. So it doesn't really. So don't worry about that. What you're not great at.
Yeah.
Don't let that hold you back. Just continue to focus on
what you're good at.
What you the one at.
The one at. Go back to the Neo, the Matrix.
Neo was for Keanu Reeves. It wasn't for Will Smith.
Yeah.
And Will Smith is still successful.
I feel that.
Still successful, but but that match wasn't for him. So that dope.
It's deep, bro.
Yeah.
It makes sense. There you go. That's a few gems for the family. Master of patience. And what comes effortless.
Yeah, you gotta be a master of patience. And then you gotta do what comes effortless to you. And I gave you a lot of examples. Like I said, my fastest race.
You gave me a lot, bro. So what about so let's go to your dancing side, right? The entertainment. What was there like a certain dance style that came effortless, or was it all just like you said you did tap? Was it?
Well, tap dancing was because I was in the chorus, but in Chicago Chicago going back into the 80s. So you had the rap music, you had the break dancers. And then on Friday nights and Saturday nights, we had the Chicago house music.
Okay.
House music.
The original house music.
Original house music, like what you all calling EDMs today.
Yeah.
The original house music. There's some holes in it, and it's time for the percolator.
Yeah.
It's time for the percolator.
Yeah.
And beat that bitch with a bat.
Yeah.
Beat that bitch with those original house tracks from the 80s. So we did a lot of we call it fancy footwork. We did a lot of stuff with our feet. When a Running Man came in and the Tom and Jerry. And so those dance moves it was always about creating brand new dance moves, especially in Chicago in the 80s. So I was a dancer by trait, just like how break dancers were dancers by trait. You learn in the streets. And Chicago footwork and house music, that was our Soul Train on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know if you ever heard of Soul Train.
Yeah, I heard it.
But that was, used to have this little thing in the Soul Train where they had this, they called it the Soul Train line, where once again, America's about being what I can do, right? And they had this little section where people would crowds of people be on the side, and one dancer get to be in the spotlight and just do his thing, freestyle to some dance, to some song, and you also are learning the new dance moves. But it's also about everything is about I. So we learned all those dance moves, and in Chicago we was fancy footworking. So I picked up the 1, 2, 3 and the rhythm real quick. So tap dancing was nothing but rhythm and cadence. And so then when I got to LA, it was just effortlessly for me to just get into those little Britney Spears, dance ensembles, or dance behind Usher, or dance behind Tyrese, or dance behind Jagged Edge. It was just efforts because I, once again, like me running home, created that 400 meters. That Chicago footwork
was prepping you.
Created that being able to just pick up any type of dance because all we was learning was teaching ourselves.
Yeah, wow.
So we was already.
So you self-taught basically.
We was self-taught. We self-taught ourselves how to do all those crazy house move dance. And I mean, we had some. I mean, still to this day, we got some really, really cold like dance moves. That's fancy footwork that have you be impressed. Like, man, you did that with your body.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but when I did the dancing, there was a whole nother level to the dancing in California that I just wasn't really ready to sign up for because that dancing world. You gotta. They always say if you're not supposed to have too much of one thing. Too much of one thing is not good for anybody.
Yeah.
You have to be able to change it up. And I knew, and I saw that dancing world, there was a lot of downside to it. And the downside was that there was a lot of cliques, a lot of crews, and about who you know. And, and they would have these auditions, but, they already knew ahead of time who they was going to bring in. Like, they already knew who they called the principals.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They already knew who the principals of the who was going to be, and they didn't have to be there at all. And then you had the people in the back. And then so the people in the back wasn't gonna get no praise, and they got just a little bit of money, and that the main principals, those people end up turning into choreographers because if you one of Usher's principal dancers or choreographers, then you could have a class because all them kids is like, man, you in that you ain't got the call. Video, and you like right there.
Yeah.
And so, so those guys are running a class, and that's how they making their extra money. And the thing that I also didn't like about the dance world is that those dancers is only as good as the success of that star. Right?
Yeah.
So those Usher dancers, as long as Usher was touring, they was good. That's how they got their money. But they was also holding on to his career. His career go down, then they done. And now they not finished because they still gifted. But now they got to try to jump on some other artist, brand new, because they ain't gonna be able to get in anybody that's experienced because they already got they dancers. And they not finna just let you jump in and be a part of Chris Brown's dancers or be a part of Omarion's dancers. Like they got they people. So I didn't like that either. Like you getting some nice money right now.
Yeah.
But you get 100,000, and then you don't know when you gonna get that next. And 100,000 ain't gonna last for no long period of time.
True.
So you gotta do those classes and have those kids, and then you got to hope that Usher is still good because once Usher is done, then you're done.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And so you got that quick, fast money, still living in an apartment. You got the little BMW because you want to try to show off a little bit of your success, but you're in an apartment building. And in America, an apartment building, you actually renting. You don't own. In America, if you're in an apartment building that you own, we call those condominiums.
Okay.
So the term condominium is an apartment that you own that has the upgraded doors and the marble this and the stainless steel refrigerators. Those are called condominiums. You own those apartments. But when we just say the word apartment, you just renting.
Okay.
Period. You don't own it. And so when I saw that world, I'm like, and it's not really that big. The entertainment world is really not that big. Everybody is small. It's more people on the out trying to get into this little world.
Little bubble,
And it's just not that big. There's not that much of room.
So you're like, nah, it ain't for me.
That right there didn't come effortless to me.
I see what you're saying.
I was at the door and I'm like, I ain't got the key to get in. It didn't come effortless.
Okay. Yeah.
It didn't come effortless at all. So I'm like, okay, well that's not coming effortless. So I'll just fall back on that. So now it's like the football player analogy. What else can I do? I can't be a wide receiver. I can't be a quarterback, but maybe I'll just become a strong safety. Just let me play.
So what was your safety?
So then my safety was, I always had to hold a regular job. So, sales came effortless.
Yeah, I could imagine that with you.
Yeah, my personality just sales is like, because I ain't really selling nothing. If I'm selling anything, I'm selling you my personality and my soul that God deep. Blessed me with.
That's deep.
And you want to buy that.
Yeah, that's powerful.
You like, dude, that spirit you got is kind of off the chain. And I just like talking to you, so you could be talking about trying to sell me air.
Yeah, and I'll buy that shit.
And I got a credit card for you, like, I'll buy it. Even though it's for free. But if you say that this air here is special and it's coming out of that mouth, man, you got me, bro.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
So sales came effortless, and I was never always trying to be no salesman. And I'm a very honest, but I'm also very positive. So I'm a positive, honest person. So that positivity and that honesty, that made the sales effortless, because I'm just positively and with an honest heart telling you this phone is better than that one.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah.
I don't have to do nothing else.
Yeah, that's dope.
Think about it. If you're having a conversation with God and he says, I want you to eat Fruit Loops over Raisin Bran, what else do you need to hear?
Yeah.
Right? And I ain't saying I'm God, but I'm just saying the way my spirit is with people. I'm just honest with you, and I'm forthcoming, and I'm positive. And I'm telling you my honest opinion. Hey man, this is what I think. But you still gotta do what you gotta do. But if you want my suggestion is this, and it just came effortless.
Yeah, effortless. Yeah.
And they didn't see the whole, oh yeah, that phone looks good on you. Like all salesmen do.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love them shoes on you. Them shoes is yours. You gotta buy them shoes.
Like empty comments.
Yeah, like fake. Like man, you say that to everybody.
And you can feel it. You can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a stripper. Like you telling everybody that they cute. You look cute. Like that don't feel good.
Yeah.
You just told that guy.
Yeah.
I just seen you went around the room and went on and now you gonna come and rub me on my chest. I look nice. Like I don't feel that. You ain't believable. You ain't selling me. So I did sales as a regular way of making a living, because that came effortless as I was constantly trying to do this Michael Jordan basketball.
Yeah.
In my mind, man, I'm trying to be this 100-meter guy, but I'm really the 400 meters in my mind. I want to do this entertainment, but I ain't seeing no doors open up for me. So I'm trying to figure out why did God even put this on my heart? Well, Michael Jordan got baseball put on his heart. I got the 100 meters put on my heart. So you get these things put on your heart, but it don't necessarily mean that that's what was for you. But the lesson is that you got to be able to figure out what are these things that your mind. I figured out that for me that when you're good at something, you feel like you can be good at everything.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with us. It's like okay, if as long as if you're a good mathematician and you know what the formula is, then I can just apply this formula to that. I can just apply that formula to that.
To that, yeah.
If we know that the cardinal principles in life is paying attention to the detail, because paying attention to detail is basically one of the answers to the secrets of the world.
I like that.
The detail of things.
Yeah.
It's the detail of when they say when you playing golf, don't have that face head open hat. That's a detail. It's a detail when they say when you're singing, don't sing at the back, sing from the dot. That's a detail. It's a detail when they say when you shoot the basketball, you want to have it roll. That's a detail that somebody's talking about.
Follow through and roll. Yeah.
So everything is a detail.
That's true. Yeah.
You got these ones and twos here. Like why you got that up at 9 and that's it? Because that's a detail.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
You got all these hits sitting at 0, but you got that one at a 1 because it's a detail formula that you. So we find out what the answer is to that detail.
Wow.
We feel like, hey, we could just apply that to everything.
That's true.
The detail.
Yeah, that's so true.
A barber is looking at the detail of how he fades your hair. He got to do that. He got to use that 1 guard for this. He got to use that 10.
Yeah,
it's the detail. If he don't know that formula, you're gonna have a jacked up haircut. He knows the detail.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's with everything. Same thing with a surgeon. He knows the detail. He got to cut it precisely right.
Yeah.
If you cut it too long, the detail
is off.
Then you might. This is where you kill him.
Yeah.
Because you go right there, you're gonna kill him. But if you go right here, you won't kill him.
Yeah.
It's
the little details. Yeah.
So you feel like if you know that, and that's why scientists don't believe in God. That's why science, because they know detail of science.
Yeah.
And this is why this works, and this is why this happened, and this is why those came up out of that, because they done figured out too much of detail of the math, and they just can't be proven wrong because they just done got too far onto the side of detail. And they
I like that.
Yeah, and they not realizing that there is something else that supports that detail that's bigger than what we can never see.
Yeah, that's deep.
So we feel like, hey man, I can get up in there, I can do that, I can get in here, I can do that, and we get placed on our heart, but it don't, like I said, it don't necessarily mean that it's for us. We just figure it out, and then we just see what happens. And then along that ride of doing all those things, I hope that we can, take away some good times and good memories, because at the end of the day, Michael Jackson is dead and gone, and he's me and my family and everybody that was born in the 80s and under. He's our childhood superstar, and he's gone. Yeah. And it means nothing anymore. But his memory, his houses, his money, all that stays right here. So I'm hoping that he has some good memories, and that's what I'm trying to do, is not only do something good for myself and maybe try to figure out what my legacy is, but but on top of all that, if I can just find things that help create great times and get great memories, I'm hoping that that's what I could take with me once this train ride is done. Because whether I own 17 houses or I own none, I'm really just leasing all this stuff that's on earth until I pass away, because none of it goes with you.
True.
My favorite,
I like that.
I'm just leasing it.
You're leasing
you say you own as many houses, you own as many cars, but it ain't going with you when you die. It's going
even your body.
Even your body. Yeah, you don't even own that. You're leasing it. You're leasing everything. Yeah. Everything is for lease. You're just renting right now. Even though you claim you're buying, but you're just renting for a period of time until you leave. And hopefully you have some memories of that, but everything else stays right here.
Yeah.
If you become a billionaire, that cash is staying right here.
That's true, man.
Yeah. You got just as much going with you as a homeless person. Y'all got the same thing when y'all leave. Memories.
Like that. Yeah.
Homeless person, wealthy person. When y'all get done with this leasing thing, you're leaving out here with the same luggage.
True.
Nothing. Hopefully memories.
Yeah. That's deep, man. Because the memories, that's all we really got.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it makes you think, like, at the same time, don't put too much of pressure on yourself to try to accomplish something that ain't gonna go with you.
I feel that.
Don't overly stress yourself out. But if you're doing something that's effortlessly, you ain't gonna be.
You wouldn't have to. See
what I'm saying?
True. Yeah.
If you're doing something that ain't for you,
the resistance will kick in.
The resistance will kick in, and then you'll be doing something that ain't coming natural. They also say that the wrong people get married to each other.
Yeah.
They find this one thing they think is great, whatever it is, but it's all this other stuff that ain't good, and it's just the wrong people married to each other.
Yeah, I feel you.
I had another good story to tell you. I had my buddy, one of my best friends. He dated this girl that I knew. Her name was Lisa. Yeah. Lisa had dated my boy Mike.
Oh damn! Okay, Lisa.
When Lisa dated Mike, Mike's personality brought the crazy out of Lisa. Mike's personality made this girl want to kill herself. She threw acid on his car. She keyed his car. She broke into his house like she was in love with him. But his personality made this person coming out of her. When she was done with Mike, Dale fancied her. I said, man, well, be careful with her because I know about that. He said, I'm gonna be careful. And when Dale dated Lisa, he never saw that other person that I saw that she could become. So it was letting me know that Mike was the wrong person. And had Mike been married to Lisa, they'll be doing something against the grain. Yeah. And even though they had the little fun moment, the majority of it was hell. But when Dale dated the same girl, Lisa, his personality never brought out that person, so they statistically were supposed to be together.
That's deep.
So you have to find a person. Yeah. Women have to find that Dale. They can't find that Mike. Yeah. And once again, back to analogy. Now you finding baseball, and I ain't for you. You basketball.
Effortless. Yeah, it's coming back.
It's coming effortless over here.
Yeah. Because all her like doing all that crazy shit, that's the resistance, right?
Yeah,
her acting out. Yeah,
and then him responding to make her re-respond, and it was both. They was both volcanoes.
Yeah, that's deep.
To each other, they were oil and water.
Yeah.
To each other, it just that ain't that But they had this little moment that was cool, and they was trying. And so a lot of the wrong people are married to each other.
Yeah.
And the ones that are the Lisa and Dale, the one when Dale never saw that person. Ever.
Yeah.
Like he never knew that person existed until I told him. Like I ain't never seen that from Lisa.
Yeah.
Because his personality.
Wow.
Was water, and it didn't set off those fireworks, and that was the Michael Jordan basketball for them.
That's powerful.
Effortless.
Yeah, I feel you. I like that.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
So going back to the effortless thing, I want to effortlessly find things that come effortless. That's just easy. That's magical. That's oh my God, I ran that 45 seconds. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to bring none of that stuff with me to the next phase, the next graduation, to the next life, or the next phase, or whatever happens after we leave here. Versus me being here on this earth and being stressed out, doing the Michael Jordans, the wrong things, the dating Mike and Lisa, and doing the thing, and being stressed out, and I still pass away, and I still don't bring nothing but those bad memories with me.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see you. Yeah.
You have to really, really be careful what you sign up for, because you signed up for it. So like a boxer, you need to protect yourself at all times. Be a master of your fate, a master of your soul, and really, really, be careful what you sign up for, because you signed up for it.
Damn, Celeste.
Be
That's
careful.
Powerful. Yeah. I feel you.
You're responsible, and you ain't a little kid no more. And no matter how old you get on earth, you can always get yourself into some trouble.
True.
Jail waiting on anybody, and ain't nobody exempt from going to jail. You only one transaction away from making the wrong decision that can really affect and destroy your life.
Yeah.
And so you really have to be in today and right now of doing your best and making the right decisions.
Yeah.
To the best of your ability.
Powerful stuff, bro.
Yeah.
This is why I got this man on the podcast, bro, because we needed this. This is gold, bro. This is gold.
My man. Yeah.
I love that. So back to like a bit of your story. So what led you to here, to Australia? Like what was like the catalyst moment for you to get here?
Well, once again, this is that Michael Jordan basketball.
Yeah.
When I was in LA, I struggled because I knew, but something was telling me, man, you didn't put all this time into LA. You've been talking about LA since 4th grade.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the LA, came to you since 4th grade that you wanted to do this entertainment stuff. And I was always grateful to be in California regardless, because when I was in Chicago, growing up around all that poverty and all them gang members and those 4 seasons, which majority is winter and cold, -degree temperatures and freezing.
Yeah.
I knew, in elementary and high school, not only do I want to be an entertainer, but I'm cool with going to California just to be a manager at JB High Five.
Okay.
I'm not going to be no manager at JB High Five in Chicago.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be a manager at JB High Five or a manager at the post office, then let me do it in California where it's mountains, palm trees, and 11 months of summer.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was already making my dream come true just to go to California. That was one, but the entertainment, it was a struggle. And and I had no family there. All my family in Chicago. And they're like, well, why are you out there struggling, man? Just come back home.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but something is not, home ain't for me, because my spirit is even more depressed being around that poverty and those winters, no mountains, no palm trees.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dying, being in Chicago. My spirits is lifted being a homeless person in California than living in a house in Chicago.
Wow, that's powerful. Yeah.
I'm happier being in my car
Wow.
in California than to be living in my mama's house in Chicago. So I knew, hey, the entertainment is not working, but I got a little bit of a gift because it just comes more effortless to me. But it's just not happening for me. So let me just stay out here because it's effortless to be here and have my spirits lifted than to not have my spirits lifted and go back to the shy.
Yeah.
And so what happened was what was effortless for me is I was always positive.
Yep.
And and I was very honest, and you know, growing up in that hell, anything up out of sight growing in that hell was heaven for me. So just being in California was heaven for me. And so to be in Beverly Hills, to be you know, at all those really, really nice hotels where the guy got the suit on and the tails jacket, and he got the hat, and it's mandatory. It's mandatory valet parking. Mandatory. Mandatory. Like you're not, you know, he's going to take your keys, and you're not going to see your vehicle where he puts it. Like it's mandatory. And you go into these hotels, and there's this guy playing on his piano, playing these cover tunes.
Oh wow!
Like you in heaven, listening to angels playing on harps.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And he playing these you know, this nice airy, floaty music on top. It felt good that, hey, I might be sleeping in my car, or I might not be where I want to be in my life, but I'm at the finish line of success.
I see what you're saying.
You know, I'm at the round table with the big players. Like I ain't won the lottery, but I'm at the hotel that the people that win the lottery.
I'm at that joint.
This is where they at.
Yeah.
You know, after, you know, when Shaquille and them finish playing basketball, or when John Travolta and them get done with the award show, they get this hotel, and I'm right there getting a drink with them.
I see what you're saying.
So for me, that kept me like, why would I want to give that up? I ain't made it, but I made it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like I'm constantly getting an appetizer of what it feels like. I'm in your neighbor. I don't have your house, but I'm driving past your house.
Yeah.
And if I had my house in this neighborhood, I'll be driving past it anyway.
Either way, I see what you're saying.
And we don't own anything, so we just leasing all this stuff anyway. So I'm leasing your neighborhood, just driving through it.
Yeah.
So what led me to Australia was, and Australia, mind you, never came on my radar in my wildest imaginations.
Wow.
And it just never came at all. It just was never there.
Yeah.
Probably just like Pat Sajak and doing the radio thing, and then Wheel of Fortune just appeared for him.
Yeah.
You know, Jay Leno wanted to be a comedian. He didn't really know anything about being no host of the Tonight Show, but it just came about.
Yeah.
You know, Obama never wanted to be president.
Yeah.
That wasn't his dream.
True, but it just,
you know, it just kind of just came around.
Yeah,
you know, just did this. Man, you should run for president. You know, okay, let me just see what happened. But it wasn't his dream, right? So it just came effortless. Effortless.
Yeah, I feel you.
Effortless. It didn't take no time. We knew about Obama, and then next thing you know, he's the president. It just happened quick. Effortless. Right? Because I was for him.
For him, yes.
And so what was effortless for me was being in Beverly Hills and being around what the finish line of success looks like. Having a constant appetizer and a main course and dessert, mind you, of what it feels like to be successful. And so I knew in my heart, if I kept going in Beverly Hills, I'm going to keep letting people, this is another thing you're going to like too, man. You're going to like this one. While you on earth, you have to let people know that you exist. Once you let people know, hey, I'm here, now they know you here, and now they know you're here, they can help you. But if they don't know you exist, how can they help you?
True. I like that. Yeah.
So you constantly got to let people know, hey, I'm here. Now, I'm not going to bug you, but I just want to let you know I am present.
Yep.
So when you give me a little lecture, I am present in class. I'm not present.
I see what you're saying.
I'm here.
I see exactly what you're saying. Yep.
So if ever come a day you feel good, you want to hand out the tickets, well, I'm here to receive that ticket. I'm here.
I feel you.
You can see me.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I want to continue to make sure I allow people to know that I exist, and I just need to show up. And I knew that if I just kept going, into Beverly Hills, not tapping on those shoulders, not bugging people, not saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
But just showing up and let God do the rest, that was for me effortlessly, will show itself. Effortlessly.
Effortless, yes.
Effortlessly.
Yes.
And it won't be hard.
Yeah. It'll come like that.
Yeah. It will just come effortless. I'm gonna give you one more example before I go into how I get to Australia.
Yeah, hit me up.
I used to be married. And this is what I mean by effortlessly, right? Watch this. So, how I met my wife. I strategically, on this day, I was helping out my grandma.
Yeah.
I helped out my grandma.
Yeah.
She said, baby, go, Grandma, TV ain't working. I think I need a new antenna.
Yeah.
And this is before cable.
Yeah.
You know. And so I was like, okay, Grandma, I'll go get an antenna. But I was looking rough in the face. Yeah. I had my hair cut. And remember, Chicago was all about me and looking great and being a superstar.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, in America, it's about be ready, and you ain't never got to go and get ready. Stay ready. Yeah. You never got to go get ready.
That's deep. Yeah.
If you staying ready, then you ain't got. But if you ain't ready, and you like, well, hold up a second, you go get ready. Oh, then they gonna find who's next in line.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy ain't ready. He got to go get ready. So who's next in line? Oh, I'm ready. Oh, he ready? Okay, then he gets the job.
Yeah.
Stay ready. So I wasn't ready. But it didn't matter because what's for you was for you, right? And what happened to me was effortless.
Okay.
So my grandmother said, go get the antenna. So I went to go get the antenna. And I strategically said to myself, man, I ain't gonna go to the mall. Yeah. Cause I'm looking rough. Yeah. And I don't want to see ladies. I don't want nobody to see me looking like this, looking all rough. And I just don't want the pressure. And we got a spot. We had a place called Radio Shack. Yeah. It's a real popular electronics place. Yeah. And I said, well, I ain't gonna go to the Radio Shack in the mall. It's too much pressure, too many women. I'm looking rough.
Yeah, you don't want to see.
So I'm gonna go to this little Radio Shack off to the side that nobody go to. Yeah. Everybody know this the Radio Shack. That no one goes to. It's slow. It just don't mean nothing. Yeah. That's where my wife was at.
Wow.
Here I am fighting not to see anybody. Yeah. I'm looking my roughest. Yeah. And effortlessly with me crazy. Not wanting to do anything. Just like the 400 meters. I don't even want to do this 400 meter, coach. Yeah. I want to run 100. And my first race I win effortlessly. Yeah. So I goes into this Radio Shack and I see this pretty young lady at the Radio Shack that I'm like, I ain't gonna see no chicks. Nobody goes here. I'm looking rough.
Yeah, that was the goal to go to that one.
And that was the goal. But God knew that.
Yeah, true.
I'm getting ready to send you to go see your wife. Yeah. You don't want to go. I need you to not want to go there. So you can go there. Because the key maker is waiting for you with the key to go in there to see the guy with the white jacket.
Yeah.
The key ain't going to open up over there because you already done burnt that down.
Yeah.
Because it's too many women.
Yeah.
But the guy in the white suit or the lady in the white suit, she's over at this Radio Shack and the key maker is right there with the key.
That is dope. Yeah.
So I goes over to that Radio Shack effortlessly. Yeah. Don't want to, be at the major mall, and that's where the wife is at. The future wife that I'm strategically saying I don't want to see no chicks. I'm looking rough.
Yeah. That's magical, bro.
And I don't even want to see nobody. I just want to help out my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and then that's where I met my wife. I met the young lady, and she was effortlessly nice to me.
Wow.
It wasn't one of those hard things where I'm like, do she like me? Can I tell?
Yeah, you have to play a game or anything.
Yeah, you have to play a game. Like, like she's not giving me all the signs were there. The nice eye contact. Yeah. It was effortless. The most effortless thing ever.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
So back to the Beverly Hills thing. So I knew that if I just show up effortlessly, whatever will happen for me will happen for me. And I was at the time I was working at the Staples Center.
Okay.
And the Staples Center is where the Lakers play, the LA Kings. Yeah. And I was a part of the conversion crew, the guys that changed out the floors.
Okay, yeah.
So when it went from Lakers to Clippers to the LA Kings, or it went to the concert or the Grammys, or they had a lot of events that happened at this Staples Center. And I was a part of the crew to help put that puzzle together. And so it was a night job. Third shift is tough, 10 to 11. When everybody sleep, you working. And then you got to find a way to get your 8 hours in where everybody up. Yeah. It's a real tough shift. So I said, well, I ain't gonna let that break me. So I started going to Beverly Hills, and everybody in Beverly Hills, every day is Saturday.
Yeah, every day.
I'm getting a sample of what it's like. Yeah, this is what it's like for them. Every day is Saturday.
Wow, yeah.
And in Beverly Hills, it's busy on a Monday night. Damn. It's busy on a Sunday night somewhere in Beverly Hills.
I feel you, yeah.
Because they are super wealthy, and they have their business meetings at fancy hotels.
Yeah.
At any day, any time.
Yeah.
Every day is Saturday for them.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You could tell a wealthy person by two things. One, when they don't know what day it is, and two, they answer all their phone calls because they don't have bill collectors. That's how you can tell you're around a wealthy person. They answer all their calls. Like when they see a number they don't recognize, they just answer it because
they don't have any.
Because they don't have no bill collectors calling in.
Debts,
They're like, it's got to be somebody that know me, so you just pick it up.
Yeah.
But black person like, who is? Oh, I ain't answering that.
Ain't about to set me up. Talking about I owe this bill. When can I pay? They about to garnish my wages. They send a letter over, verifying where I stay. They got somebody coming for me. Yeah, you know what I mean? A wealthy person answers all they calls.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And a wealthy person, every day is Saturday. That's how you know.
That's so funny. Yeah.
They answer all the calls because it's like, don't answer like, no, why shouldn't I? I ain't got nobody call looking for me. Hello, who was this?
Could be a friend.
Yeah, it could be a friend. And even if it's a solicitor, they so wealthy, it's like, oh, okay, no, thank you. Please take me off your list. It's real easy. Because it's an effortless life. Effortless life. Oh, shit. This is an effortless life. Answer all they calls.
Oh, man, that's too good.
They even answer calls that's blocked because they don't have nobody looking for them. Their bills are on automatic payment. You understand?
Yeah.
Like they ain't. Everything is paid. Nobody's looking for them.
Yeah. They're gonna...
That's a super wealthy person. Cause the person that ain't got it, he gonna be like, who was this call? Oh, they gotta go to voicemail.
Yeah. I don't know who this is.
I gotta verify what that is. And if it's important, you leave a message. If it ain't important, then call me another day. Yeah, if you didn't leave no message, bro, then it wasn't important.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take that chance. Then to pick up this phone, and it's the wrong decision.
You owe some money.
It's the wrong. I don't exist. That brother dead. Lance, oh yeah, that brother dead last year. He died last year, man. We don't know where he at. That dude went missing last year, man. He was on a milk carton box last year. We don't know where he at. You sure? Cause it's kind of
milk carton box.
Yeah, that dude was on the milk carton box last couple of months, man. They still ain't found that boy. We don't know where he at.
Oh shit, bro. Oh, that is good.
So when I went to LA, when I was going to Beverly Hills, it was just effortless for me to be there, to have my own money, to have my own drink, to have my own steak, my own burger. Yeah. And I just met a lot of happy people too. It's good to be around happy people. Oh, yeah. Because I'm a happy person. And wealthy people are happy. At least the most of them are. Yeah. And so I would go there and cool blokes, as you all would call it, will just buy me drinks. Like, yo, man, we enjoying life, man. What you drinking? I got you. Boom, boom, boom. Just effortless. I like I said, I had my own money to pay for my own drink, but you around those wealthy people, they just about spreading the love. Yeah. They like, I want you to have it too. I want you to at least have a sample of it. So that's like amazing. Yeah. And so it's intoxicating to be around that effortless world. And I met a person that was actually in the entertainment business for the first time, which is my guardian angel, really. Okay. She was there with her wealthy friend, and they had invested in a movie project, and they were just passing through from Australia. And this is a magical story too, bruh. Yeah. This place I normally go to is called the Polo Lounge, and at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Yeah. And at the Beverly Hills Hotel, this is where Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., Mariah Carey, Shaquille O'Neal, John Travolta, all of who's anybody has graced this hotel. It has legacy there. Oh, wow. And the Polo Lounge is one of those places where it's a bar/restaurant with the guy or the lady on that beautiful piano playing those instrumental cover songs, and nobody's singing. She's just singing them with the keys. Yeah. And you got that classical, rich music just floating through. You're hearing the little small noises of the knife and fork clanking with each other. You're hearing the small glasses of cheers. So you hear all them beautiful sounds of wealth.
The details
of the forks and the knives clanking, and the cheers and the happiness. And we cheers, you just won a Grammy. Cheers, we just finished the movie. Cheers, you just won the lottery. All this cheers and stuff. Yeah. And so that place lifted my spirits because I got a chance to see what the finish line of success. Once you finish that finish line, the light at the end of the tunnel, as they would say. I got a chance to see what that looked like. And at the Polo Lounge, there's a couple of seats. There's about 7 or 8 seats by the bar. Yeah. That's first come, first serve. Everything else is reservations. Like, that's the only way you get in there is reservation. You have to be lucky to be able to get a table in there without no reservations. You have to just get used to that world. But if you go to the bar, you sit down, you can have a full meal. Okay. But there's only 8 seats.
Right.
And the bar can get packed real quick. Yeah. So I always know that, man, as long as I get there between 5:30 and 6 p.m.
You have a seat?
Or 1700, the way y'all call it.
Yeah.
You know, I can get me a seat. You know, the bartenders know me. They know I'm cool. Ain't no pressure. Sometimes they will throw me some free drinks, and they would just cool with me because, once again, my personality.
Your spirit, yeah.
My spirit, you know, people like it, and that's one of my blessings, and I thank God for that. And so I'm going in there, and one night, this was award season, and award seasons is in the middle of January until like March.
Yeah.
And in LA, you know, wealthy people cannot wait for award season because there's all these parties, and they get to really show off these ballroom dresses and their Rolls Royces and stuff. But also all the hotels are always packed. And so this time at 6:30 that I come, or 6 o'clock, it was packed.
Yeah.
At 6, and I'm like, oh man, I ain't gonna be able to get my seat.
Yeah.
And through the grace of God, it was a lot of people around the bar area. Of course, a lot of people in the restaurant. And I'm like, man, and I'm not gonna be at that place standing up.
Yeah.
And by myself.
True.
I'm okay with being there at my seat by myself, having my drink, just enjoy it, and just having casual conversations, which organically just happen. Because you know, wealthy people that's excited.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you win $50 million and you meet another brother, you're gonna be excited to tell him, yo, man, I just won 50. You know, so you know, those conversations are gonna come organically, effortlessly, right? And so I'm in there and it's busy. I'm like, oh man, I ain't got no seat. I ain't gonna stand up. I ain't that thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and leave. And you sitting here with me right now could easily have not happened if I not did this one extra move. This one extra move is the difference between paying attention to detail. You know what I'm talking about detail? The answer to life?
Yeah.
Detail. Detail is the reason why I'm here.
Ooh.
And what happened with detail that day was it was busy. And I said, well, you know what? Let me just verify, detail-wise, that there ain't no seat over there through those people over there.
Yeah.
And because I did that extra check of the detail to verify, is that last seat gone too? And that last seat wasn't. Nobody was in that last seat at the end.
Yeah.
At the other end,
wow.
Opposite end. And it was just a difference between me just doing this.
Just having a look.
But I was really feeling like, nah, maybe this ain't the night because it's busy and I mean it's really crowded in here. But something just told me, man, just check to make sure just to see.
Wow.
And there was one seat. Yeah. And that one seat was the seat of the key to the door to the guy in the white suit in the Matrix.
Ooh. Yeah.
That one little detail of let me just check to see if that seat. And see what I'm saying about the detail about just
that one little
But if I don't do that detail,
then
you never meet me. I know I'm never here.
True.
Well,
true.
I ain't gonna say I'm never here. You know, whatever.
Things could have unfolded it, but I know exactly what you're saying.
You feel me? Yeah. So I'm here, because of that one move, and I met my guardian angel, my protector, my best friend, the one that has me here to this day, because she was in that seat with her friend, enjoying life as wealthy people do. Enjoying the success of their film. They just got some rave reviews in Sundance, which is in Utah, and they had just went to Utah because Utah is where everybody shows their movies to try to get investors to invest in it, and then they come back to Australia. You either coming from LA or New York, so they stopped in LA and had a few days of play before coming back to Australia, and I just happened to be a part of that time frame. That timing and luck are cousins to each other.
Yeah.
Being lucky and timing is all the same. It's on the same plate.
Yep, I feel you.
You know what I mean? To be lucky is also the right time.
Timing, yeah.
So because I did that extra move and that seat was there, I met my guardian angel. She's from Australia, her buddy from Australia, and effortlessly we hit it off.
Yeah.
Had a great conversation, and just effortless. And I don't know if it was because I'm from America and from Chicago and got that humbleness, that humble heart, that God-fearing heart, those manners.
Yes.
Because I was, when I went over there, I said, excuse me, is this seat taken? All the things that I was raised to do, and not being aggressive, and all those things can be intoxicating.
Of course, I know what you're saying.
It can make a person. It makes people. A lot of people feed off of certain energies. And certain energies can be a drug.
Oh, 100%.
And that's why I gotta marry that person, or that's why I want to make that person my best friend, because your personality and your verbiage is a drug, and I
Yeah.
need that drug.
Ooh, that's deep.
I need that.
Yeah.
You know, to help cure my pain. You the medicine.
Yeah. Ooh.
To help cure this headache.
Yeah.
Or this stress.
Yeah.
You know, you the medicine to that. And so some people just hit that off effortlessly. And yeah, me and that young lady, we hit it off. She told me she lived in Australia, and then it just one thing led to the next. We stayed friends, and then she came to see me for my birthday in LA. She invited me to a trip for my birthday to go to Hong Kong.
Oh,
and
wow.
then what happened was, effortlessly, the Staples Center, the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Kings, for the first time in history, they all three of them make the playoffs in 2017.
Oh, wow.
All three of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to have any work.
So you off.
So
what are the odds?
So I wasn't going to have no work.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was going to be jobless until a concert or until the basketball hockey season start back up, which is in 4 or 5 months.
Damn, yeah.
So that timing, that luck, the effortlessness of that transaction turned into, you know, I'm gonna come see you for your birthday, and then from your birthday we'll go and I just had all that time off of work.
Yeah.
And then
which allowed you to go.
And then it turned into Hong Kong, and then I met people, her friends in Hong Kong. He said, Lance is a good dude. You should take him to Australia. And she said, you want to go to Australia? I said, yeah, I'll go. How long can I go to Australia for? And she did the little visa thing. He said, well, the visa, it says good for 3 months. And I was like, well, let's try 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't have no work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I just I got here, and I was here. And little did I know, in 2017, that was the last time I was gonna have to work again for the rest of my life.
Wow. 2017.
In 2017,
okay.
I became a retired man.
Oh, wow.
And I never had to work a real job a day of my life. You know, after that transaction that happened so effortlessly.
Yeah.
That I wasn't even looking for. Just like the going to this Radio Shack versus that happened effortlessly.
Yeah. Organic. Yeah.
Organically, and it came full circle to me when I got on the airplane from Hong Kong to Australia for the first time. They give you these little kangaroo suits.
Really?
PJs to put on, because it's a night flight and it's a long flight. And everybody's just getting in the spirit of just, you know.
Australia.
And by the way, this is business class. I don't know what it is in the economy.
Okay, so you're in business.
So they give
that was a sign in itself, bro.
Yeah, so
the business class.
So the business class is giving you the pajamas to put on.
Yeah.
And everybody was putting on the PJs. Like, so nobody was against that rule.
Yeah. Everybody was embracing it.
Everybody was embracing it, going in the bathroom and coming out with that two-piece with a kangaroo on the chest. You know? Qantas or Cathay Pacific, I don't know what it was, but it was the kangaroo getting ready to go to Australia, like in the land of the kangaroos.
Yeah.
It came full circle when I seen that kangaroo on that PJ. I realized I had seen something to this scenario before. Watch this. Now, this is where it gets deep.
Ooh. Okay.
When I was 10, 12 years old, my mama sent me to Mississippi. That's where my original family derives from Jackson, Mississippi. That's why we have a southern accent.
Okay.
You know, ain't nothing about the South Side. Just most South Side of Chicago family is from Mississippi, the South. And so we bring along that southern twang, that southern accent. And so my mother had sent me to go see my aunties and my cousins, and I was sent there for over a summer break. And I got a chance to meet my great granddaddy and everything. And my great granddaddy had all this land and things of this nature, and everybody, all my aunts and uncles, they had houses built up on this land that my great grandfather, he owned.
Yeah.
So it was my first time seeing a presentation of a neighborhood where it's all family.
Yeah.
You know, 7 houses, and that's my Uncle Montine, that's my Auntie Frances, and my Auntie Tricia, my Auntie Ruby. It was all family.
Yeah, on one
compound, and that was amazing to me. And so I had a lot of moments by myself playing around, because my cousins they might have been somewhere or whatever. And my grandfather had great grandfather had a lot of animals. I mean, he had horses, he had cows, he had goats, he had chickens, turkeys, everything.
Damn.
You know, he had a lot of cattle.
Yeah.
And one time I was outside playing by myself, and this was in broad daylight, and I know I saw what I saw. I happened to look out on the land towards where the woods start, where the trees start, like right at that barrier where they start, and it goes into the woods. All this tall, weedy grass that's burnt, which is eye level, till you get to the tree line of the woods.
Okay.
And I happen to look back, and I'm out there by myself as a little kid, and I happen to see something looking at me, and as I looked at what was looking at me, and it kind of zoomed in. And I know I ain't crazy because I'm a kid and I done studied animals and I know animals. I happened to look at what appeared to be, to me, a kangaroo in Mississippi.
What the?
And it wasn't harmful. It wasn't, it didn't make me scared.
Yeah.
It was inviting. Not inviting enough for me to jump the fence because it was a barbed wire and it was way back there. Wow. But it was just standing there looking at me.
Yeah, like with the whole kangaroo.
With little hands. By itself. The fuck? And I'm like, it's a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking, he looking at me, I'm looking at him as a little kid.
Yeah.
I seen that kangaroo. And years later, I told my mother, because we was getting into deep conversations about God and this and that, and I told my mother, and when I was in my 20s, I said, Mama, when I was little, I seen a kangaroo. And I kept it to myself and never told nobody. And she said, baby, Mama believes you with that kangaroo. And the only reason why I'm so shocked you told me about the kangaroo is because I also saw a kangaroo when I was little in Mississippi.
What?
And she said, I'm going to tell you, son, that, and this is my mama telling me this in my 20s. She said, I'm going to tell you, son, that kangaroo, that was God. That was God in a form of a kangaroo, letting you know that he's in your life, he's watching over your life. And I seen that kangaroo. And who would have thought that when I was 12 years old, that me singing that kangaroo, that I will be in the land of what's the number one mascot in Australia?
Kangaroos, bro.
It's 70 million kangaroos. It's 30 million humans, but 70 million kangaroos. I never foreseen Australia in my life, but I saw that kangaroo, and I'm in the country where it's the land of the kangaroos.
Yeah. That's a sign.
Ain't that deep?
Yeah, that's so crazy, bro. That's full circle, right? That's intense. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy that your mom saw it as well.
And my mama seen a kangaroo when she was little, when she was in Mississippi too, by herself.
Wow.
I had never told nobody until I had confessed to her that I had seen one when I was little.
Yeah.
Because I know it wasn't no deer because I know how deer stand. And I had already studied, kids are fascinated about everything. So so I knew the kangaroo was an exciting creature. It hopped, it hit the little, and I seen one. I seen one by himself. Just one. Not looking very aggressive, just nice and just looking at me.
Yeah, that's a sign right there. That's
little ears did his little thing, just looking at me. I never seen him hop off. No, I just looked at him. He looked at me. We just kept looking. And eventually I just walked off because...
Oh, so it never moved.
No, it never moved.
Oh, wow.
To my recollection, this is me little, so I can't remember as much detail as there, but I do remember out of all that Mississippi stuff, me looking out there and me seeing that kangaroo.
That's intense.
And I had at that point thought, oh, okay, Mississippi got kangaroos.
Yeah.
Until I later on said, man, I said, man, you ain't see that. Kangaroos are not even in America.
Yeah, that's all.
And I was like, wait, did I see? So I was questioning, like, no, I seen the little hands and the long tail. That wasn't no deer.
The ears,
And he was standing up like that. That was kangaroo. Yeah, man.
Full foreshadowing where you were gonna be in the land of kangaroos.
That is
crazy.
The land of kangaroos.
Wow, man, that's deep.
And so now watch this. So now I'm here with the experience, and then I'd have been to a lot of auditions in LA. I done seen the auditions to the highest level. I done been to these auditions, going for the same role that Will Smith going for. I've been to the highest level of auditions in the room with the director, with the 4 other people and the producer, the executive producer, and the camera and the tape, and where your outline is at, like to the highest level. So I'm like, okay, well, it was harder for me to do entertainment there. And it was effortless for me to be here in Australia. So let me see what else is going to be effortless here for me in Australia, like the kangaroo and like the meeting my guardian angel. Let me see what else is effortless, me being in a land of the kangaroos, of the kangaroo I seen when I was 12. Let me just see what happens. Yeah. It's already effortless.
Yeah. So why not?
And for the rest of my life, I'm only gonna do things that appear to be effortless to me. And I ain't saying, don't confuse effortless with being lazy. I'm just saying that when I put that work in, it ain't work for me.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It's that 400 meters, 45 seconds, effortless.
Yeah.
It's that Michael Jordan basketball, effortless, and not that Michael Jordan baseball.
Yeah. I feel
I ain't, so don't get the effortless confused with being lazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm going to work effortlessly hard.
Yeah, at something that comes easy to you.
Easy, might be hard for somebody else, but it's really effortless for me.
Yeah, it's not.
So when they look at it, they say, "Man, that's hard. Like, why are you even going so hard? Like, that's hard for you. It's effortless for me." And let's see what reveals itself.
Ooh, I like
that. Because once again, a lot of things come into your life that they always say that as soon as you make a plan, God laughs at you.
Yeah.
Because you ain't in control. I mean, you can make decisions and choices, but ultimately you're gonna do part of His will or His will. You see what I'm saying? So, like it wasn't meant for Derrick Rose's brother. It was meant for Derrick Rose, but his brother needed to be really, really good to spill off some of that talent into his brother.
For him to rise.
And because of Reggie Rose's failures at not making it to the next level because of the grades, they knew the know-how that by the time Derrick came, they knew who to talk to make sure his grades, so they can make sure they get over that hurdle. Because Reggie wasn't able to, because he was the first generation.
Yes, he experienced it all, and they learned from his
his mistakes and his and him being the first generation. Derrick Rose got that blessing.
Wow.
And then in return, when Derrick Rose made it, he turned the blessing back to his brother by buying his brother a house and car.
True.
And making his brother wealthy anyway.
True, yeah.
So his brother didn't make it as a basketball, but Reggie saw his dream through his brother, and it came more effortlessly for him. And then now Reggie Rose's money was effortless into his account.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. How it flows.
Derrick Rose's effortless basketball career, that effortless money effortlessly got into his brother's account effortlessly.
And then he effortlessly gained money.
And then Reggie Rose is effortlessly getting money effortlessly. Not even doing a sport that he thought that he had a calling for.
Yeah. So he didn't.
He just effortlessly got into his account from his brother. Effortlessly.
That is deep as fuck.
And he wasn't working.
Yeah,
he was working, but it was effortless. So you had two effortless transactions going on, and he thinking basketball was it, and it wasn't. It was to touch his brother.
Wow.
And to get that knowledge of it, we got to make sure we have tutors and stuff in place in colleges that's going
for Derrick.
We're gonna make sure you make it, and you got the height. And it was effortless transaction where it was hard for Reggie. With the basketball, but when Derrick made it, that money came back effortless into Reggie's account.
It returned. That's so true.
Effortlessly.
Yes, I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Right?
It's deep.
And Reggie could have never foreseen that happening with his life. It's like I can't foresee what's gonna happen with mine.
True.
But I'm gonna have the mindset of being positive, paying attention to the detail, and effortlessly being around things that just comes effortless. And when it's hard, man, I thank God, because now I know I ain't got to worry about that no more. Just move on to the next.
That ain't for me.
Ain't no big deal.
Yeah, I feel that.
I ain't going to even soak in that me coming in 8th place in the 100-meter dash, because the 400 meters is coming effortlessly.
I get my 50 seconds.
As I just move, I get my 50 seconds of cheers, and not my little 9 seconds.
I feel you. Yeah.
And I just leave that alone.
Yeah, I love how you connected the two with Derrick Rose and his brother, how the money came effortlessly to Reggie.
The basketball came, and then the money came effortlessly back into his.
It's crazy how it's connected like that. That's powerful. Yeah, that's very powerful. Yeah, that's amazing.
But Reggie still did God's work.
He served his purpose in that.
Yeah, but he would have never thought that was the path. But that money effortlessly got into his account.
Yeah, that's deep.
Effortlessly,
and he would have never seen it.
And didn't have to shoot another basketball in his life. His brother did.
So it's kind of effortless more for Reggie.
Effortless more for Reggie.
Whoa, bro, this is crazy. Yeah, I feel you. Wow.
And so there's plenty of examples of that effortless situation, like Obama becoming president, and just
there's so many.
Just so many things where don't fight for something that's just too hard.
Yeah. Exactly.
In my opinion, if it's too hard, man, just let that go, because we got a lot of talents. Let's find the one that comes just more effortlessly.
Find your one. Yeah, that's deep.
Let's find this more effortless.
Yeah.
And my grandmother always used to tell me that if it's ordained for you, that nobody can stop it. Well, I really didn't know what that meant, because I was thinking to myself, I put in all this work in this entertainment. I should I should be on a list to get blessed with it. But then I'm hearing like I met The Game before. The Game, Jason Taylor is the real name.
Yeah,
The Game,
the rapper. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, he just decided one day I'm going to be a rapper. And he was doing the gangbanging.
Yeah.
In America, gangbanging means like banging, like being a part of a gang group.
Yeah.
And like doing your gang activity.
Yeah.
But he had just decided I'm going to be a rapper, and he just became a rapper. And I was like, well, how is that possible that I've been working on this craft hard?
Yeah.
Like I should get blessed for that. Because it was baseball.
Yeah.
And what was for Game, that was just effortless for him.
Yeah.
But I never understood, like, how could you jump into something and somebody done put in all this work?
Yeah.
Because the whole point of it is that you find what comes more effortless to you. That's
your niche.
That's the assignment. Otherwise, you get stuck in Michael Jordan baseball, and you keep getting struck out.
True. And
you just stay there forever.
You're stuck, like you said. Yeah.
Until you come up out that baseball, and it wasn't baseball that you were supposed to do. Maybe you were supposed to be a coach, and then that's how you become a Phil Jackson, and you have 11 championships.
Yeah.
But Phil Jackson started off as a struggling basketball player. True. He would have never foreseen that coaching
was his thing.
Would have turned into 11 championships and the greatest of all time of coaching.
True. Yeah. That's
and
deep.
Effortlessly, he got Michael Jordan, and effortlessly, after he retired, he got Kobe Bryant. Yeah. Effortlessly.
True. They just fell in his lap.
He just went effortlessly from Michael Jordan, who did all the work and gave him the championships, to retiring. And then effortlessly, the Lakers come and say, hey, we got Shaq and Kobe. Can you come give us some championships? Effortlessly.
This is crazy.
And you get 11 championships for an effortless transaction, because you really ain't coach. You just really managing personalities.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. That is what a coach does.
You just managing personalities, really, and you really letting them coexist together.
Yeah, wow.
And you're trying to clear their head on a certain play, but you know, ultimately, it's that superstar in Kobe and Michael Jordan that's making them real decisions.
That's the drive. Yeah, that's what's pushing the whole.
Effortlessly, you get 11 championships. Like, and you go from Michael. So that's the whole point about you not finding the struggle of the basketball, but finding what the effortlessly thing is.
Your thing, yeah.
It's really
that's
important
powerful.
to find out.
I love that, bro.
Because the effortlessly came into 11 championships.
Yeah,
and he would have never foreseen that.
He would have had no idea because he wanted the ball. That was his.
And then you go from Michael Jordan to Kobe.
Yeah, like what are the odds as well?
What's the odds?
Yeah. That ain't coincidence.
It came effortlessly because.
Yeah. It was ordained, like your grandmother said. Yeah, that's deep. That's powerful, man.
So it's a difference between working hard and trying to do something that just ain't for you. You got to really recognize that thing that's more effortless to you.
Yeah, I see.
And another example, Mark, the Facebook guy.
Zuckerberg,
this is a Harvard student doing things that the Harvard students do, which is geniuses and math problems and equations and this. And effortlessly, the twins came and say, hey, man, can you help us out with this thing called Facebook, because you know how to put it together.
True.
And effortlessly, he
next
like,
thing,
this is easy for me.
Yeah, it came like that.
This part here is easy. I'm in Harvard to do this.
Yeah.
This is effortless.
This is, ooh, yeah.
And that effortlessly thing turned them into a billionaire and gave the twins, who didn't have to do anything, and they got their $80 million each, or the brothers. The story of the guys.
That's true. Yeah.
And so that's
crazy.
Effortlessly came to him. But he was in college to do something else. You got to tell you, to this day, he was in college to do something else. That Facebook thing came effortless into his lap.
It wasn't even in his, that's true.
It was on his radar, like the Australia went on my radar. And the 400 meters.
Yeah, that's great. So many signs, there's so many signs. They're everywhere, but exactly.
You got to do what I told you. You have to show up and let people know you exist.
Yes.
Because if the twins don't know that Mark don't exist,
then they wouldn't have found him.
They wouldn't have found them and said, yo, man, we need your help. So as soon as the more you start letting people know you exist,
I like that.
And you fall back and you see things know, just like how I let them people know I exist at the Polo Lounge.
Yeah.
By just showing up.
I'm
not going to bother anybody.
True. But you're like, I'm present.
I'm not going to get anybody's nerves, but if my name get called, I'm present.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I exist.
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know I exist. I'm right here.
And your name got called and you came to Oz. Yeah, that's intense. Wow.
Just want to let you know I'm here.
I love
and
that,
let
bro.
God do the rest.
Yeah. Right, that is crazy. There's so many examples, hey, for this, for like just proving it. Do you know what I mean? Reconfirming it.
Reconfirming.
Yeah, I feel that. I honestly feel that. And everything that like if I'm just applying that to my life, everything that's happened effortless has been abundant, if you know what I mean. I'm just like, oh shit, it's right there.
And also remember this, because this is another thing that timing, luck.
Yeah.
Right? Things that also pay attention to the detail. Pay attention to the things that tell you, no, I don't know if I should do that. Because a lot of times that, no, I don't should do that, that's where the biggest blessings are at. Me saying, no, I don't want to go over to that mall. Let me go over here.
Yeah.
Something was up in that.
Yeah, pushing you.
That helped a big, huge. Something told me, oh, you know what? Let me just check to see if that chair is available over there. Jimmy, just because I really don't want to be here.
Yeah, you ready to leave?
I'm ready to go. I really don't want to be here. I'm really ready to just go ahead and just bounce and just call it a night. I come in tomorrow because it's every night here. Just come tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, let me just check that one extra. Sometimes your biggest blessings is right around the thing that you just you really just don't want to do, or it's connected to it. It's like right next. It's like it's in the vicinity.
Yeah.
It's like something is going on special here. I don't really want to do something here today, but something is here.
Yeah, that's
today.
Powerful. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like a witch hunt. Like I just gotta figure out. I just gotta make sure I just open up all the doors.
Yeah.
And if it's not there, then that's fine. But a lot of times. Yeah, because when my grandmother wanted me to go get that antenna, I didn't want to go out that day because my beard, my face.
Yeah.
I was looking rough. I'm like, I don't want to go out. I don't want nobody to see me. I'm getting my hair cut later on tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I really want to go tomorrow, grandmother, and get your antenna, and I can knock out 2 birds. When it's not looking nice, I can see the ladies. I don't want to go out here today.
But something was
But I had to go out to that day.
Because there's something waiting for you.
Waiting for me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Behind that day, I don't want to do it. Behind the day, I'm like, man, I don't want to be up in here. It's too busy today.
Yeah. So when you have those little feelings of just like, nah, I don't. No. That's telling you. It's an indicator to be like, go towards it.
Yeah, go towards it.
There's something there.
Just go toward it and see. I mean, it might not be anything. But for my experience, a lot of things that have happened to me were for things I'm like, man, I didn't really want to do that. But when I went and did that, wow, it was a blessing waiting on me. It's almost like it was a devil saying, don't go get that blessing.
Yeah, that's deep.
Don't get that blessing.
Yeah.
Please don't get that. I like it. I like you being right where you at.
Yeah,
don't focus.
It's true. Normally it's like the ego as well. Like that's just don't
go grab that blessing. Let's not let it happen today. Let's let it happen a different day, but let's not do it today.
Yeah.
Like, nah, let me go see what's going on today.
And then you see your blessing and peace. Yeah, it's powerful, man.
Yeah, let me go see it today.
Man, it's a Lance, bro. You came through with that, bro. That's why when you ask me, like, what are you gonna talk about? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just let you, because I knew you just have a lot to just pour out. Do you know what I mean?
That's what's up,
bro.
Man.
I appreciate it, man. Before we get going, because I got one more question.
Hook me up.
The name, bro.
What's up?
So Lance, the fifth.
Yeah.
Like, is that self-coined? Is that, like, how did that come about?
So what happened was, everybody knows the character Sir Lancelot. And Lance is I'm born in 1976. At that time in America, most of the Lance names were by white guys, and my mother's favorite actor at that time, his name was Lance. She just thought that was a real nice name. Lance. So it started from there. My mother's first name is an L as well. Hers is Lurleen. Okay. And my father's name is Lee. So they was going off all the L's. Lee, Lurleen, and then Lance. And so I used to always get L Boogie, Sir Lance, and I used to always get Sir Lancelot, Sir Lancelot, Sir Lancelot, Sir Lancelot, Sir Lancelot. So I was like, well, I ain't gonna fight against anything else. I try to come up with all these other names, and the Sir Lance was effortless. Stock. Ooh. Right? It was more effortlessly versus me coming up with this other Sir Velcales and all this, King Finks and all this and Galaxy MC, all this like type stuff. And some people believe that numerology and numbers are a good luck thing.
100%.
Like Jesus, that number is 3. He died at 30. He showed up at 30, and then had 3 years, and then died at 33, and then it's the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. That comes in 3s, and so it's those 3s, and then and so for me, I've noticed a lot of 5s in my life that just kind of showed up.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a few examples. Like, my name is Lance Brian Nilly. That's 5, 5, and 5. 5 letters each. Lance Brian Nilly. Organically.
Yeah.
Effortlessly.
Already. Yeah.
That's already 5 letters each. And then I'm born in April. That's 5. Aries is a 5. I'm born on the 14th. 1-4. That's a 5.
I'm a 14th too. That's my numerology.
There you go. Yeah.
My life path number's a 5.
There you go.
Yeah.
When I ran my fastest race, it was in lane 5.
Wow.
A lot of things, like, when I got certain jobs and I seen my name just effortlessly on a list.
Yeah.
I was in the 5th position, or sometime I'm in the 23rd position.
Yeah. And
like I just kept seeing these 5s. And then when I pledged Omega Psi Phi, the fraternity, I became the number 5. It was 5 of us. Actually, it was 7 of us that pledged online, but I was still in the 5th position.
Wow.
So I was number 5. And just a lot of things.
Yeah,
my social security number all adds up to number 5. Like, it's just so many
so
things.
Deep. Yeah.
Like 5,
showing
5,
you
5.
that you're
And so I said, well, I'm gonna always be the 5th then. So I'm like, I'm gonna be Sir Lance the 5th.
Yeah, I love that.
The 5th. Yeah, and I think the Sir Lance the 5th is a cool thing because Sir Lance is already a nice, cool name. But then the 5th just adds an extra little swag onto it. And then my brother, my best friend, has been like my brother since 4th grade. He's really spiritual. He done read the Bible 7 times over, he's very thorough, and he's into a lot of numbers. He told me that 5 actually means grace. Like through the grace of God.
Yeah, it's deep.
So that's very good. So that's where the whole Sir Lance the 5th came in. It's like, okay, I'll be Sir Lance, but I'm gonna be Sir Lance the 5th.
I love that. That is dope, because that's exactly what I love, that stuff, like when it connects and all the numerology. I'm into that heavy.
What's your number?
5.
Oh yeah.
My numerology. So I'm the 14th of Feb.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So my life path number's a 5. Yours is definitely a 5 because you're 14th.
Oh yeah.
So 5 pops up a lot for me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, So even my album, when I dropped it, I put it into chapters.
Yeah.
So I put it 14 songs.
Okay.
5 again.
Of course.
And then I put it into I split it into 5 chapters, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4,
and
chapter 5.
Of course, chapter 5.
And this is our year, 2021. In numerology.
Oh yeah, because it's a 5.
It's a 5.
Yeah, 20. That's right.
So I was like, I'll drop the album 2021. Do you know what I mean? So I just aligning it all with the 5. So I'm like that. So I resonated heavy when you're like,
this is our year.
It is, bro. 100%.
I was looking forward to this year last year.
Yeah, let's go.
Because last year was a 4.
Yeah.
I said 5 is next year.
That's my year.
The whole year gonna be off the chain, baby. It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, the whole year. And then so like, I'm like, that's
I love that, bro.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
And the other thing that's cool that you say that as well is that amazing that you say that is that this is the 5th month of the year.
Oh shit.
And I just got an agency a month ago. An agency I've been blessed with just a month ago. I started with them on my birthday, but they couldn't start submitting me because I was with this other agency, and they were just more for background, and the agency I'm with now is more for lead roles.
Yeah, that's what you need.
And so for the month of April, they could submit me, but once you get submitted, you have to wait for the callbacks. But so far in this month, I done already had 5 auditions.
Wow.
And that's the most I've had in a month in my entire life of being in LA.
Wow.
In LA, I never had 5 auditions in a month.
Wow.
I might be lucky if I had 1 audition every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Because it's so busy, so many people. Cattle call. I've already had 5. I've already had 5 casting directors select my picture to say, we want you to come in and do this. And once again, what God got for me is for me. I'm not going to worry about the Michael Jordan basketball. I ain't going to worry about that. I ain't going to worry about that 100 meters.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that 400 meters. So what's for me will be for me.
It'll
hopefully
itself.
Will reveal itself like the Pat Sajak Wheel of Fortune. And that's the only thing I want to sign up for. The easy, effortless transaction.
I feel that.
And that's the only one I'm gonna be excited for. And I'm good with all the other stuff, but I'm grateful that I've already had 5 people now know that I exist.
Yeah, back to your letting people know you.
And now they know I'm here.
I'm present.
And Sylvester Stallone got a great story too. He went into an audition that he didn't get.
Yeah.
But his personality went well with those casting directors. They not only knew that he finally exists because he was there in the present, and they knew he wasn't for that audition that they was casting for. But his presence and him letting know, hey, I exist.
Yeah.
They wanted to know more about him. And he said, hey, I got this story called Rocky.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah. He said, but the only thing is, I gotta be Rocky.
Yeah.
And somehow that whole thing that's
crazy.
It came about, but he went to audition that was baseball for him. It wasn't for him.
It wasn't for him. He was supposed to.
But by him letting them know, hey, I'm here, I exist.
Yeah.
Now y'all know I'm here.
They were
like, well, let's listen to this, and then everything else was effortless.
That's crazy. Yeah. Whew. That is an awesome one. That was bro.
Yeah, and there's so many more like that, man. Toni Braxton said when she got her big break, she was singing at a gas station. It was just effortless.
So many like that.
She didn't, she was just effortless. She went there, she getting gas, she was singing, somebody heard her, and it just effortlessly happened.
Yeah.
After that,
bro.
So we gotta look for that, man.
That's it. We need no more proof now. We know. The proof is in the pudding, bro. It's there. It's effortless.
It's
Love
effortless.
that, bro. My brother, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through, dropping this like gems. It's effortless. I think people.
It's effortless.
Bro, people need to hear this though, because it's funny because during most of my podcasts, I've mentioned the law of least effort, and that's in Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws.
Okay.
And basically, it's like what you're saying, and he uses the analogy of just grass. It's like the grass doesn't go to school to grow, doesn't learn to grow. It just does it. It just grows. The tree doesn't learn to go. It's like it just is. It just does it. It just happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no way of doing it or
That's right.
breaking it down scientifically.
Right.
It's just it's written. It happens like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
So you just reconfirm that.
Yep. Timing and luck is a cousin of each other.
Ooh.
And you gotta let people know you exist. And when I met Chris Tucker.
You met Chris Tucker?
Yeah, when I met Chris Tucker, I was like, wow, this dude ain't doing no acting.
Yeah.
The same dude you see on that TV screen,
it's the same dude.
That's that
Really?
dude effortlessly.
Yeah.
Man, and man, and you know what I mean? Like that's him on a regular day.
Yeah. He's not even playing the character.
I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, this is Franklin from Money Talks.
Yeah, Money Talks.
Like this is Smokey. like he ain't doing like he's just effortlessly being him.
He
ain't turning into nobody but him. And to see him avant-garde, just right there a la carte, with no script, I'm just looking at I'm looking at Chris Tucker.
Wow.
I'm looking at the movie right here. Effortlessly. He just effortlessly with that gift, and it just him. It's what R. Kelly say, be you, and ain't nobody you ain't got to fight to be you. But if you try to fight to be me, you just gonna show you just gonna show people that you can't be me.
Yeah. R. Kelly told you that one, eh?
Oh, yeah, R. Kelly told me, he said, man, you got a beautiful voice. He said the biggest thing, he told me two great things. He said, one, go into the studio and struggle. There's a lot to learn through your struggle. He said, you learn more through your struggles than you do your successes. He said, when you go in that studio and you struggle, through that struggle, you figure out how to get better. And during that getting better is you creating that machine. And then when you create that machine from those struggles, then you done figured out the answers to that test. You done figure out how to master that because you done went through the struggles. Now you don't have to go to anybody for that information because you already know.
Experienced it.
You done did it, and you don't have to go to the body no more help because you done figured out and you done went through all of the flaws of it. And now you good at it. And he said, so that was one thing he said, go in that studio and struggle and get up out of that struggle and figure out how to become better through your gift. And then the other thing he said to me is that, don't do what's not for you. Yeah. Or don't come easy for you because all you're going to do is just show people that you can't do it. He's told me, he said, Usher is a great singer, but if Usher tries to do Luther Vandross songs,
true,
it's not gonna come off.
True.
He said, but then the same thing in reverse.
Yeah.
If Luther Vandross try to sing a Usher record, he gonna look like a clown.
Facts.
You got two great people in their field. If they cross over, that's that Michael Jordan baseball.
Yeah, it comes back to that. Yeah. I
It
love how it's coming full circle.
It's coming back. You doing something that ain't for you.
Yeah. I love that, bro. I love that.
You see, it's coming right back.
It's always coming right back. To just remind you, don't forget. Don't
forget.
That's deep, man.
Like I ran that 400 meters. I got first the first time.
Yeah,
no training.
First time.
First the first time.
Yeah.
Effortlessly.
Yeah, effortless. Yeah. That's dope, bro. Far out.
And it was for me and not for those other people, because I, in my mind, want to be a 100-meter runner, and that's what I made that race into. Like, I want to be a fast person running this 400 meters. I don't want this to be no slow. And I was just blasting cats. And I just hit the lungs from all that running home from those gang members and trying to get home before those street lights come on, so my mom won't whoop my butt, which was guaranteed, by the way. Yeah, she wasn't gonna give me a night off. It
was guaranteed.
Yeah, she had to let me know that what she said was law. If I didn't get there, I was gonna get that whoop.
It's crazy though how all those like little things that you're doing, you don't realize it's training you for what you have to do or what's coming.
Or what's coming.
It's powerful. Yeah. It's just,
yeah, it is. So,
well, the lesson for today is definitely effortless. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the lesson. Man, I appreciate you, bro. I wanted one more thing, the bounce video.
Yeah, what's up, about it?
So no, I just want to get into that. I want people to watch it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Sir Lance V Bounce with me. So what is it that you want to know?
I just wanted to know, like, how did it come about and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, so what happened was that you know, when I was in LA. I used to work a lot of sales jobs. Yeah. And one of the sales jobs that came effortlessly to me was selling cell phones.
Yeah. Okay.
Effortlessly, right? And so I worked at a Verizon. Verizon started in 2000. Before Verizon, and Verizon's the biggest cell phone company in America. It's like you all's Telstra or Vodafone.
Or something.
Right, something like that. Verizon's the biggest thing. And so I worked at a Verizon wireless cell phone place really close to Beverly Hills, so a lot of stars came in.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott, when she was on fire, came through there. Chad Ochocinco, when he was a rookie, he was saying, man, I'm going to be a superstar in the NFL. He came, so I saw a lot of stars came into that Verizon. And I just met a lot of people, man. And I always, because of my personality, you know, when you're doing a phone transaction, it's a long transaction.
Yeah,
phone numbers to transfer over, email set up, show me how to use the phone. So, you know, these people are getting a little bit of your personality, and they signing up for that, you know, for that waiter or that waitress for a little while. And I just met a lot of great people. And I used to always tell people when I knew it felt good, hey man, I got some music. If I just want your constructive criticism on it. You know, I'm not asking you to, you know, to full-fledged just help me. You helping me by just giving me constructive criticism. And I ended up meeting a guy that was heavy in the entertainment business named Bernard. Yeah. And me and him became friends for years. And Bernard, he helped out a lot of people. He was around Eric Sermon and them back in the day. He was around David Hollister. He helped get the Fuji started. Oh, damn. He helped a lot of people, and he knows a lot of people. And so anyway, we ended up becoming like brothers. Yeah. And so he always knew that I had a gift and a talent, and he just he hooked me up with these young up and coming producers called Black Tuxedo. Okay. Black Tuxedo, they got a lot of hits out there. They got some songs with Chris Brown, Usher. Okay. They don't have any songs that's radio worthy. I don't think they have anything that's on the radio, but they got some stuff that's B-side stuff. Okay. You know, on the B-side, but it's still good stuff. And anyway, they had some songs that Bernard thought that, man, I want you to, in Bernard's eyes, these are these guys' biggest songs that they had. And he said, I want to make sure you get those. Ooh. And so effortlessly, my man Bernard, cut the deal for me to get these two hot songs from the Black Tuxedo guys. And they fit my personality. It was like, like 50 Cent's in the club, fed him, and just like Poison, it's so good with BBD, and that Bounce record, because I, when I was in college, I pledged Omega Psi Phi. And Omega Psi Phi is a men's organization, a black men's organization, brotherhood. You know, friendship is essential to the soul.
Yeah.
Manhood, scholarship, perseverance, uplift. And it's a brotherhood for the rest of your life. Yeah. But when we party and we dance and we have hop shows and we do a lot of hopping, spinning, and we do a lot of, we the Q dogs. So we do the hopping and stepping, wear the gold boots and the dog collars, and we do the spins and we hopping. Yeah. We barking. And so Bounce With Me is a song that's really, really close to like bouncing and hopping. So that's why I got my fraternity brothers in the video throwing up the hooks, and we doing the bounce dance, which I created, which is really like a part of track and field. It's almost like doing a triple jump.
Oh, damn.
It's like that bouncing on that one leg, almost like how you do when a person is doing the triple jump. They run and they go boom, 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 and boom.
Yeah.
Then it hit that sand, so the bounce is like doing like a triple jump dance. It's like it's like it's like bounce, bounce, bounce with me. Yeah. And then I'm throwing in a little bit of bounce with me. Yeah. Which is the triple jump, but then I'm doing a hopping, which is the Omega Psi Phi, and then I'm doing this other little leg kick, which is a Chicago hop dance from the '80s.
Oh wow.
From the song Crash.
Yeah.
And I used to do this little hop dance from the 80s, so it's a combination of all three of my personalities in that one song.
Yeah.
It's the Omega Psi Phi, it's the track and field, and then it's the Chicago dancing all in one.
Fused into the song,
to create the bounce dance.
That's deep. Yeah.
And the bounce song, come bounce with me. Come dance with me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Actually, they had the song saying something else, but I had to change it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the song saying bounce on me.
So you switched it, you flipped it.
Yeah, because I'm like, bounce on me. I'm like, I don't need to really be doing that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. This new world of all the cursing and stuff like that. But I don't need to be saying, come bounce on my situation.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I could come say, come and bounce with me.
Yeah.
Dancing, and then if you want to translate that as bounce with me in the bed, then that's on you. But I didn't say that. I didn't literally say bounce on me. Yeah. Which is what they were saying.
I feel you.
And they was meaning that. Come and bounce on me, lady.
Yeah, I feel you.
And so I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do bounce with me.
Yeah.
And I do the dance. But once again, if y'all want to throw it, oh no, he really talking about bounce with me in the bed. Well, then that's on you.
That's up to you. Interpretation.
But the interpretation for me is dancing with me.
Yeah, I feel you. That's dope.
So that's where all that came in at. And yeah, so those are some real fraternity Q dogs in there, my fraternity brothers, and we're doing some fraternity dance moves in there. And then my personality is coming out through that whole song, and I had to change up some of the lyrics to help fit my personality.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you co-wrote it?
Yeah, I co-wrote it. Yep, co-wrote it, and put a lot of my personality on those lyrics, and added some of my signature notes that I have for myself, to put it on me. I told him, I said, look, man, I know I ain't Michael Jackson, but if you're giving a song to Michael Jackson, you got to let him add his and you got to let him add his whatever his thing that makes it his. You can't hold on to no record like it's yours, and you don't have to perform it for the rest of your life.
True.
I have to perform it for the rest of my life, because we actually had a little thing about that. They were like, no, man, you shouldn't change this, and no, you shouldn't change that. I'm like, I kind of hear what you're saying, but if you want me to buy this song, I gotta be able to put my imprint on it.
Yeah.
And it ain't my imprint to be saying this or to be talking about that.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have to fix that. Otherwise, effortlessly, we could just let this song go to somebody else.
True. No, I feel you. And it wouldn't be effortless if it was their lyrics. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you perform it then.
Yeah. That's deep.
That's what you want to say. That's effortless for you, but it ain't for me.
That's deep. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we changed it, and then so I did all the choreography for the dance, and got Lorianne. Lorianne is a choreographer with Puff Daddy.
Okay.
And she was there to help consult on the dance moves, but she really
massive.
But she just gave me good uplift, like like I can't. Those dance moves are effortless for you.
Yeah.
Like, you just do your thing. Like, we just wanted to make sure that she came in and gave the critique, because she's on that high level of choreography with Usher, and I think she does Justin Bieber and Britney Spears. Like, she does a lot of big people. But she was like, nah, them dance moves that you're doing, that's effortlessly for you. She didn't say that word, but that's what she was saying. I can't critique that because I don't have that.
That's your thing.
That's you.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
You know, if I have you doing me, then me will be more like what everybody else is doing in the Britney Spears world. So we need to let you do that.
Do the bounce.
And I'm letting you know it looks good.
Yes.
It looks great because it's you.
I see what you're saying.
It ain't, you know, and it's 100% you, and it ain't coming from a false, fake world that you got to act and pretend to make it yours.
Yeah, it's coming from an authentic place. Yeah,
so she just made sure that, you know, the T's and the I's were crossed in terms of the story of it. Yeah, that they came together. That made sense. But besides that, so that was a real good, cool transaction. And that video has done well. There's a lot of hits on there.
Is it on like Spotify, like
it's on
song?
Spotify too. I got a Spotify page. I got two songs on there. I got the Bounce, and then I got the second record on there, which is called Hakuna Matata. It's all good.
I love that. Let's go.
You gotta listen to that. You gotta
listen to that.
Listen to the Hakuna Matata. It's all good. It's under the Sir Lance V section in Spotify.
Sir Lance V. Okay, that's dope.
Sir Lance the Fifth, Bounce, and then Hakuna Matata / is all good.
Nice.
And so both of those records are by the Black Tuxedo guys, and both of those are dance records. Two totally different feels. As matter of fact, a lot of people like the Hakuna Matata song better, but it's tomato.
I know exactly.
Are you a Michael Jackson Thriller fan, or are you a Michael Jackson Billie Jean fan?
When it comes to art, it's up to you. Exactly. Everyone has their own taste.
Everybody has their own taste. You know. And that's another thing I noticed too about the industry. You know, no matter how good an artist is, somebody gonna have their opinion on a song that they feeling and you ain't. You know, Mariah Carey, no matter who comes out with they 7, 18, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs, there's gonna be some people that's gonna hear some of them songs and be like, I ain't feeling that. And there's gonna be this whole other world like, man, you don't feel that? That song is the dopest.
Literally.
And you're like, what do you feel? So you just gotta give them that portfolio and just let people do their thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And just let it do whatever it's gonna do.
It's true. Once you make the art, just put it out there.
Just put it out there. And just let people pick out their own outfit.
I like that.
Let them go to that store and let them go there and pick out their own outfit. Leave them alone.
I feel that.
Don't try to force that shirt on them.
Yeah,
let them go ahead and get that other shirt.
Let them get that.
Yeah, they gonna find the one that calls to them effortlessly.
Man, I hope someone does like a drinking game to this, and like, every time we say effortless, they have to take a shot. Hey, someone do that, please. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, that is the best, bro.
Yeah, so if you go to YouTube, type in the Sir Lance V, type in Bounce.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Nice.
And then go into the Spotify, check out the Sir Lance V as in victory.
Yeah, I like that.
Or the fifth.
Yeah.
And type in that Bounce or that Hakuna Matata.
I love that, bro.
And and we here, man. And
what's the IG as well? Give them the IG or whatever. Do you have a website?
The IG is real simple. It's Sir Lance the Fifth.
Yeah.
THE. So SRLANCE. THE Sir Lance the Fifth on that Instagram situation. The IG piece.
Let's go.
Yeah, the 2-piece.
Yeah, that's dope, bro. I love it, man.
Well, I wish there was a way that you could actually play it on a radio show, but they can log in.
Bro, I can play it. I'll play it this week.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday nights, 100%.
But do me a favor and go and check out that Spotify and check out that both of them.
Yeah,
and the Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, when I play the radio, this is like a little like exposed moment. But I just make a Spotify playlist and I play it through the radio. So yeah, I'll chuck it on 100%.
100%. That's what's up, man.
I'm excited to hear it.
And I see you at the gym, brother.
Yeah, of course. Get our little gym, get our competition, get our stars on the board.
Yeah, but once again, man, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. And
bro, thank you.
I hope I inspired a little bit.
You did, man. You have. You've been doing,
Yeah, so I just want to let you know that I am also thankful for the platform and thankful for you and us creating, establishing great times and great memories. And now we both know we exist.
That's it. Ooh, that's a fact.
Effortlessly,
baby. Let's go. That's how we gonna end this, bro. Oh, I love it. My guy, Sir Lance, man, the Fifth. Thank you for coming through, my brother.
Yes, sir.
This is another episode of the Midnight Moods podcast family. See you soon. Peace.
Peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.